going on, everybody? How is everybody doing out there? Welcome to this. It was kind of impromptu, right? Right, Helen? I just
Yeah.
reached out like a couple days ago, and we're like, why not do this? Two Greek geeks, because we're both Greek and we're both geeks. Yeah. So, how's it going?
I'm fantastic. I feel so lucky. Second evening in a row that I get to chat to you, my friend. It's such a treat.
Yeah. We have Sorry, I'm like things are play. Oh, never mind. I'm like I got my screen started playing, and I'm like no, and it's in
Oh
my ear,
goodness.
but you guys can't see it. Uh, all
No.
of there's three of us in here. Yay! Hit the like button. It's early in the morning on a Thursday. Oh, there it is. Wait, did it? Oh, I didn't add chat select. Yeah. Why is it not work? Oh, because I need to do this. Why is Bob Dylan not showing up in my chat? Huh.
I'm flying so blind here. I couldn't even tell when we were live.
Oh, I know. All right, guys. So we're trying this new. I'm trying a new thing for the OBS. Yeah, there's gonna be some kinks in here. We're gonna like my guests can't see this see the screen. But I will figure all that out. But for some reason my chat select is not working. And I don't know why. It's not popping up here. Let's see. Let's go here. All right. And may go into the controls. Cuz it'd be nice to see people's chats, right? Chat
Yeah.
service, chat bot, emotes.
Always a
Yeah,
treat.
everything is looks good. I don't understand why. Is that's on? No, that's on. I'm getting the box itself, but I'm not getting the actual like Bob Dylan says Calimera
Oh,
and
Bobby, Kalimera.
Calicera for you. Like
Yeah, for sure.
and Windman 42 is here. Oh, there it is. Damn, it's early. All right, it works now. All right, it just took a second.
I can't see it.
You can't see it. Pull
I
up,
cannot.
pull up the stream. All right, here, Bob
Okay.
Dylan with
I'll grab the
Calimera.
stream on my phone. It's all good. It's all
welcome,
good. We're
welcome,
learning. We're
guys. Come
learning.
on. Yeah, well, I mean, if we can't figure it out, who can? But anyway, oh look, Ren's Talentino, because now we can't call him by his regular name, Tolentino. But what's up, Malaka? That's right. Love Ren's. Renz has not been busy this week. He normally will send out all the emails on when something gets released. I know the figure uh, hideout comes. They posted something today, but oh look, Ioannis Canelos. Yo, hello from Sparta, Greece.
Oh,
That's
that's
you.
that's near where my mum's from Yithiol, which is close to Sparta, and my dad's from Croque, which is also close to Sparta. So I've been there. Lovely place. So hello, Yanni. How are you doing?
Let's see. Bob says like an Apu Pisu. When I was little, I would always have trouble when somebody would speak Greek, but it didn't sound like the American accents. It reminds me of this one time we were on a field trip. I think I was in third grade, and we went to a museum and an art museum, and they're like, hey everybody, this is what is known as a fresco in Greek. Does anybody know what the word fresco means? And I'm like, what is she saying? I don't that word. I'm like, because we're like fresco, fresco.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
used to. I'm used to that, and I'm sitting there, and then she says what it was, and I'm like, son of a bitch. So I was like, so it was. So she was saying that. So, but
Oh.
yeah, we got let's see, Ioannis so it was laughing. I feel weird not sending anything. Yeah, it is weird, Renz. It is weird. Because this has been a very slow week with Hot Toys. Like, what is going on? Are we just taking a break?
Well, it feels like the pattern of 2025. Like, it's feast or famine. They'll either announce all the things, like announcement, release, all this stuff, or nothing. And it feels like I can't even pick a rhythm to it being 1 week on, 1 week off. Like, we get a couple of weeks of everything's coming in really thick and fast, and then another week where it's really quiet. And this is where I miss the third party companies, because I feel like they've been pretty quiet of late.
Yeah.
Like, normally you'd always have Toys Era or someone like announcing something, releasing something to sort of keep the conversation going, but they've been super quiet as well. Like I called them So Slow now. They've got so many things that people are waiting for, haven't been released. Mars Toys is a little bit same. They're taking their time. So it's it's all or nothing in 2025, it feels.
Ioannis was like, not Sparta. Yes. I said Sparta.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. I've misunderstood. My bad.
Wait, you're Sparta?
Yeah, I thought it was Sparta that you were talking
never
about.
mind. My apologies. I thought, you know what? This whole time I thought you were saying Sparta, but that's your accent.
Oh no, must be the accent. Yeah, must be the accent. Must be the
every time
accent.
you now say Sparta, you have to add "this is." So you're like, I'm from "this is Sparta." That's what you're gonna have to say from now on, so I can get it.
Yeah, we're not in Australia. There's a bit of a joke that we don't really use the letter R, and a comedian uses this joke of like words that end in R. We don't use them. We save them, because then when we drop the F-bomb, it sounds like fuck. So the joke is all the R's we don't use at the end of the words, we save them up for when we drop the F-bombs.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a little joke about the Aussie accent.
You were right. You were
Sorry.
Right. Good morning to Blitz. Welcome, Blitz. Commander Green. Winman42 says, Fresco is a citrus-flavored soda, right? No. But it's all...
Not in Australia, it's not.
Bob Dylan, just wait for July. Summer Showcase, Superman, Fantastic Four. Howard is about to Galactus us. Oh, you know what? He's right.
Yeah.
He's right. Maybe that's why we have like this little itty-bitty break. You know, it's nice. Maybe they won't do anything next week while I'm on vacation. But they do have these lulls. And you are right. Third parties usually swoop in. And all we have is So-So Toys with the patch figure, which the figure hideout actually has the figure. They've made it. It's done. So yeah. Let's see. Renz, they ship from Mars, so all right. I'll see myself out. Oh, jeez. But yeah, so the first thing we are going to do, we're gonna christen the show Australian style. We're gonna Tim Tam Slam. So
yes.
Yeah, I got my favorite beverage in a Miss Allison approved Tatooine.
She's all about Tatooine, Miss Allison.
Galaxy,
I have the.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Anybody who knows me knows that this is like probably my most used GIF ever.
All right.
Homer and the Hedges. All right. Do you remember how to do these?
I do, but I think you should explain.
Okay. It's funny. I actually
Oh no, I forgot napkins.
Okay. But the caramel ones are better because I feel like they have more structural integrity.
Yeah.
And I was explaining this to a coworker this week because I've got a new coworker who's just moved from England.
Mm-hmm.
And we had some Tim Tams in the kitchen at work, which is not often. And she's like, oh my God, people keep telling me about this thing. And I explained it to her. I'm going to explain it to everybody. So the Tim Tam, rectangle, chocolate deliciousness. What you want to do is take a small bite from diagonally opposite corners. So if you're biting that, then you're biting that. But just a small bite, not a big honking bite. You just want to get through the chocolate till you get to the biscuit or cookie if you're American.
I like calling them biscuits.
It feels very proper, right?
Well, since I've been like my last visit to the UK, I fell in love over there. I loved London. It was an amazing time, and yes, we watch a lot of British TV over here. So
Yeah, it's very cool. So then you want a hot beverage of your choice, coffee, tea, whatever you desire. And what we do is we use the Tim Tam as a vessel through which to drink our beverage. And you have to act quick because as you drink, you will feel the structural integrity of the biscuit give way. And if you're not quick enough, it will disintegrate into your drink. And that's not a good time.
yeah, no.
Cheers, Costa.
Cheers. Mmm.
It's so good with the caramel.
If that's not one of the best ways to drink your coffee.
So like the chocolate's like all melty, the biscuits all like got the coffee that I'm drinking in it, the caramel's getting all soft and delicious. It's a treat.
I can't see this done without the caramel. It's like
they're my favorite ones to use.
And I forgot napkins, so I'm gonna wipe my pant now. I'm gonna be a child and wipe my pants.
Oh look, it's part of the joy of a Tim Tam Slam. You if you don't have melted chocolate on your hands, you're not doing it right.
Guys.
This is why I don't keep them in the house, because I will just eat these non-stop.
I haven't had one of these without slamming it, so I'll have to try that later. Oh my god, that's such a treat, sweet treat in the morning.
I was gonna say that's gonna have you buzzing today, starting off your morning with the Tim Tam Slam.
Oh my gosh, Bob Dylan gifted 10 memberships, and
nicest fine collecting.
And yeah, thank you, Bob Dylan. I love Bob.
Me too.
So Bob says, well, he better drop Eve Macaro tonight.
Oh, yes. I ordered that. I don't know if you've seen on 1/6 Kit, the diorama, the light-up diorama from the Osaka Continental. Yeah. I ordered that because I just couldn't stop thinking about it. And I've now got this whole display pictured in my head. So I need Howie Claus to make me a ballerina because...
Oh.
My display is already pictured in my mind.
Did you see Ballerina?
Yeah.
This is why my July is going to just be all movies. I told you yesterday. I was like, because I haven't seen the Thunderbolts. I haven't seen, because everybody that used to go to the movies with me doesn't want to see the same movies. So I'm going to get the A-list pass from AMC. I'm going to see Ballerina. I'm going to hope that Thunderbolts is in a theater at like 10 in the morning somewhere, just playing one show. I'm going to see that. Fantastic Four, Superman. Anything else that I have missed, I'm going to see if it's available and I'm going to watch it because, yeah. Are there any movies that you're excited about? I know we have some pretty big ones coming up.
I quickly wanted to ask, AMC, are they the ones that do the very ostentatious popcorn buckets?
Well, yes, but now every theater seems to be doing that here. Oh. So there are 3 major chains, but AMC is like the current Galactus head bucket.
Supposedly it's ridiculous.
It's massive. Yeah. And it's $80. Who the hell's paying
oh my goodness
for a popcorn bucket? 80 US.
It's like 120 Australian dollars.
Yeah.
Wow. I would not
But
pay that.
people go
That's
crazy.
crazy.
So
Yeah, because I remember when I was there last summer, it's when Deadpool and Wolverine came out, and a friend of mine was like, if you see one of those popcorn buckets, and I was like, if I am near an AMC and I can find one, I was never near an AMC, and when I went to see the movie, it was like this really sort of dinky cinema in downtown Austin, Texas, and
okay.
they had not much of anything. So I was just grateful I could see the movie, let alone worry about novelty popcorn buckets. But it's interesting because I think controversial take, as we all know, hot take Helen. Um, I've never been the hugest Superman fan, but I am very interested to see Superman, given this is the first outing for James Gunn under DC. And I have always liked DC, and I always hope with every movie that it might be a turning point for DC and lifting up the quality a little bit, because it's it's been a lot to write home about. I think the Batman in 2022 was probably the last really good movie that I feel like DC did. So
Yeah.
I'm keen to see it, and I hope that it's good and that it can be the start of some good times at the cinema. So probably that, because I've actually, another hot take, I've never seen any of the previous Fantastic Four movies. I've been told they're not great. Um, so I will probably see it, but I'm more interested to see the critiques of that compared to its previous installments, because it feels like everything Pedro Pascal touches turns to gold at the moment. So I'm
Yeah.
keen to see if he can be the one to make something of the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I have high hopes for that. Especially since the second Fantastic Four film in that early 2000s set had Galactus as a cloud of galactic dust. I don't know. It was
Oh.
horrible. They didn't have him as a anthropomorphic. They just had him as just ball of gas, which was dumb. Fox, and good thing the MCU has it back, because I cannot wait to see that Galactus, and I love the look of it, the retro 60s. I dig it, and we know that's not the current MCU. The what is it, Earth 199999999 or something like that. It's not the 616, everyone. But yeah, I'm excited for that. But Superman, James Gunn is like has been my guy for movies. It's weird. Or TV, like Peacemaker. I Who would have thought Peacemaker would have
Yeah.
been anything? And his Suicide Squad, I think I've watched it like 5 times already, maybe more. Cuz the way he blends music, the comedy, but also the dramatic parts, which are super touching. Um, I'm excited for Superman. I don't think I've been this excited since I was a kid with Christopher Reeves as Superman. So it's gonna be lots of fun. This summer's gonna be pretty good. Let's see. Jedi Chris says, "Good morning, Jedi Chris." Ioana says, "Oh, I am going to build a display case inspired by yours, but with some changes for diecast." Awesome. Yes. Keep us
Nice.
updated. Helen and I have both built these cases, so yeah, just keep us. And if you have any questions, you know who to call. You can send a message to both of us. I mean, we're pretty knowledgeable, I think.
Costa's probably going to be more helpful than me. Just a hot
All right,
tip.
send me the email. I will gladly help. Let's see.
Look, I'll answer, but I'm probably not going to be as informative as you are, because I feel like you've done so many variations and twists and turns on this now. Like
Yeah,
you've got
I am
lots of
working.
little
So
levels to it all.
I'm working on a massive combination video, and like I have to film some new things. It's gonna be like one massive garage shelf display video, because I have discovered some even better things. And Helen and I have talked about having like a place, so our acrylic can Sit. I think I solved that without causing too much
Oh, no
dysfunction. But
way.
that's yeah. Little
Very
tabs,
cool.
little tabs that they're very little, and maybe I can make them probably even smaller. Just 3D print them. Um, so yeah, that's another thing we're
Nice.
doing on this channel. We started 3D printing. We're just like we're becoming DIY nerds. So we're making dioramas for our cases. We're gonna put speakers in our cases. We're gonna have fog machines in our cases.
Nice.
So come join us. Anyway, brother Cousins is in the house. What's up, Jay? I hope you have a great day at the beach today. I'm gonna miss doing the show tonight, but you know it's the beach. Let's see. Ah, Windman42 wants to know: did you order the 3-piece Osaka Continental diorama or just one of the pieces?
Oh, all in. I got all three.
All three. So
I'm
you
I'm
laid
I'm
out
I'm
all of
all or
the.
nothing.
That's
It's like $500 Australian, but I
I
couldn't stop thinking
know.
about it. So I just
Well,
was like, in for a penny, in for a pound. I got the whole
so
lot.
one of the things that we're going to be starting, because after I get off my vacation, it's gonna go. I'm gonna go full bore on this channel, get everything set up. This room is a mess. Everything's a mess. But we're gonna try to do a 3D print of the month where we each can print our own thing, and
Oh, nice.
I'm going to take that design, design it into the 3D printing app, and try to 3D print that display instead of
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Although I am gonna grab one because one it does look amazing,
It's
like
so good.
the
It's
artwork
so
on the back.
good.
But
But not
when
even
I
that, but like it's like a little drawer to store your
yeah I know
accessories. And
it's
then
amazing.
if you don't want to have the crotch grabber, they even give you like a little piece to put in so the floor's still, it's like
Mm-hmm.
remote control. Like I just couldn't
Windman.
not. I just
Oh
couldn't
no, my
not.
mic did go down. Hold on. Something happened to my mic. It went
Oh, I
down.
can still hear you. Okay.
No. I see that it's not as loud on the it was louder on the app here, but what the heck just happened? What happened? Let me see.
Oh goodness.
How about now? No. What is
Oh.
there's a limiter happening. What the heck? What? Oh. You know what? It's Microsoft. It's this Microsoft I hate it messes with my my microphones. Yeah, it has me golly. It's got me on half volume. Come on. There we go. Normally
Is that Greek volume? Like they're too loud. We've got to hear you
I don't
say.
yeah, right? All right. Let's see. This now I might be too loud. Hello. There we go. Hey everybody. I don't know why my thing and I'm like hey. All right. There we go. We're back. I hope I'm not too if I'm too loud, let me know. I will turn it down. But my computer decided to limit me because you're right. They're
Too Greek.
they don't like too Greek. They're like you're too loud. Malaka, you too loud. Let's see. Yeah, my parents fucking living the life right now in Chios. Just living
Nice.
there half the year. The good parts of the year. Because I've seen Chios in the winter and fall and spring, and it looks like hell.
Oh.
Lots of weather, lots of at least from what my
Well,
mom like when she calls me up on when they're there in March, I'm like, wow, that looks cold, but it's like 60 degrees. It's not like cold or 60 Fahrenheit, whatever that is in Celsius.
something.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because my parents have friends that do the 6 month split, but they do it to escape winter here. So they live in like eternal summer. So they bail on the Australian winter, go spend summer in Greece, and then come back for the Australian summer. I think it's a thing as well. Like it helps with the old arthritis and stuff when you're actually having to go through winter. So for them, it's just And it's funny because even for me last year, like I was in the US and Canada for most of winter. So I feel like I've become a little bit more of a cold wuss than what I previously was. But yeah, I am a little bit jealous of those people that just chasing summer. They're just ping-ponging between Greece and Australia. It must be a nice life.
Bob says, Helen enabled me to buy all of them. And for those that want to see this, let me, you know what? Let me bring these up. Let's look at them. Let's look at the beauty of these. Let's see. I'm gonna go.
Can I also add? Bob enabled me to buy a flippin' armory. It just arrived this week.
Whoa,
$1,000 Australian. I did.
It's
caved?
Like you caved on that? Oh my gosh!
Hang on.
Bobby D getting. You know you're gonna love it. Damn. You know you're gonna love it. You know it's gonna be something that you're just gonna
pop culture sent it in the most ridiculous box because I also got a second John Wick, and I thought they would send them separately, but they sent it in like
a big bubble wrap.
No. So they got like, I'm guessing what would be the shipper of a set of figures, because this box was like as big as me, and then when I opened the box there was just so much empty space, and I was like, this makes no sense. Like, I can't think it wouldn't have been cheaper for them to send them to me separately, but this box was like, it only just fit into my car. It was like the woman at the post office had to go out the back to like hand me this box because she's like, I can't get this box over the counter to you. I was like, what the heck? Like, I don't know what pop culture was thinking. It was freaking hilarious.
All right, so this is very small. I don't know if I can make it bigger. Damn it. I'm gonna share. You'll be able to see. There we go. It's getting bigger. All right. So now I don't know if it's gonna. Yeah. All right. Cool. And now I'm gonna go back into here because you need to see it. Because
I mean, I know what it looks like, but
I know, but all right.
Hey.
That looks spectacular. Like, the one thing with 3D printing this, we can't find the art print. It's hard to find a thing to download to print it out. But these, I mean, the way that they have the lights, it looks like having all three, they connect. You can have one on, two off. So you got a second John Wick? Like the John Wick 4?
Yeah, so I got the special edition one from Sideshow. Because I just was like, I need the special edition one, I want the gun. And because when I originally was thinking out my display, I had 3 looks I wanted for John Wick. So I wanted him in the like all black suit from the second movie. I wanted him in like the turtleneck, which he wears at the end of the first movie and in parts of the second. And I wanted the new one. So I had my trio of Wicks. And then I ended up caving and got the Topo Kane suit set, which is actually very nice. I'm about to finish a review on that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, no. This is the you just said Kane suit. So yeah. I think I'm gonna break down and get that too. But yeah.
So because got Kane, I was like, well, I need a Wick to go with Kane, but my vision for my display is like, I want to have this diorama with like Wick and Kane on it. Then I'm going to have my like trio of Wicks, and then I'm going to get the Hot Toys Kane eventually, and then that's when I need the ballerina. So in my mind, this display is like mapped out beautifully. But yeah, I literally got a second one to put with Kane because I didn't want to break up my sort of original vision for the 3 John Wicks. But I also have the Gangster's Kingdom, like animated looking John Wick, because that came with like this cool, like the chest of weapons. So I have that as well that I can incorporate somewhere in some way. So that chest of weapons was really cool. So I need to find somewhere to put those. But yeah, I just saw this diorama and the photos they had of the Wick and Kane figures, and it was just like, I need it. I need this.
So I have 3 John Wick figures, but 2 of them are kind of the same. So this is the 11 with the battle
Oh yeah.
damage sculpt, which I love. This is to me. So out of all the Wicks I have, this is the sculpt that looks the most like Keanu Reeves. It looks to me it looks better than the Hot Toys one. I don't know if you saw the wigs that I got for the
Oh, did they arrive?
Work. Oh yeah,
No way.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, because I know Bob got the wigs, and
I gotta style them.
someone else got the wigs too.
So I think I have to style these wigs. You can't just, you know. Can you tell that we don't have an agenda here? We're just talking about whatever pops up.
Greeks don't need an agenda. We can just talk.
Let me move back to this. So this is the wig. This is the small wig. I have the other one is here, the longer hair.
Oh, so you got both of them? Okay.
Yeah. Just you never know. I might get a second one of these just to have a different look. You know, the part 3 look. And then you pop this on, and I need to style it, obviously. So the small one's not too bad, but it needs work, especially if you want to make it look like the way they have it in the picture. Actually, this might work out. All right, so that's the short one.
I have to say, the chapter 4 one does seem to me like it's a little bit too long.
Yeah, well, this one needs the most styling. I need to get, like, you know, I need to become Vidal. Thank you, Vidal Sassoon. Vidal Sassoon. Thank you, Vidal. So this, it's all, like, they stick a ball in here, right? And then they just shove it in a box, in a plastic. So, like, it moves around, it presses. It's, all right. It's not like, and you can see that, like, the hair it's angled because, you know, it's been, you need to fluff it out. Oh, and it's all.
Oh, careful.
Yeah.
Gentle zhuzhing. Gentle zhuzhing.
Yeah. I gotta be more gentle. So this one, I think it'll work, and I'm actually waiting for Bob to style his. And
Bob's posted his
Oh, he has. I missed it.
Yeah.
I saw how he did the you know, all his the way he's doing the magnets on the heads.
I know.
I'm gonna start doing.
That's very cool.
But look at this. He's like, this hair needs help. So I am going to have to check with Bob and his zhuzhing. But actually, this is getting better more and more that when I play with it. And if I do a little water and tamp it down a bit, I think it might work out. And I will say, Bob,
can you solo and show us?
Yeah.
Because
Do you see it? Well, it looks about right. Yeah, it looks about right. It's just, you know, you have strands like this strand right here, and I'm like, oh, man, I gotta figure this out. But Bob is definitely one to watch when he does stuff like this. And yeah, so anyway, we'll put John down over here. Let's see. I don't think anybody can hear you. Excuse me. Ooh, because I don't have you in I'm soloed, but you can hear me. All right. I'll have to fix that. I'm gonna have to make a whole thing for just for 2 Greek geeks. Let's see here. Oh, Ioannis is like, are you going to come to Greece for the summer? I wish. Not this summer. Next summer, definitely. We'll probably be what we're probably going to start doing now is going every year and having like Greece as a jumping off point if we want to go to other places in Europe. Uh, so,
Nice.
but yeah, my daughter, the youngest, the old kids can go fend for themselves and buy tickets and go because they're adults. But the youngest, when we were there last year, she just like it was uh it was like a coming home thing, you know. She loved it so much. So wait. Now Mike turned into a megaphone. Now I can't get it right. Now it's being limited again. What the hell?
Oh my goodness.
Hello? Yeah, it went down to 45. Hello. All right. And this is all because it's all Microsoft. I don't know. Oh, I have voice focus on. I don't even know what that is. All right. Let's let me bring this down a bit. How about now? Is it still a mega? Is it a megaphone now? Is it a megaphone? Anyway. Sorry,
You sound
Rent.
okay to me.
I want us to like it's like you are on a panayiri. Yeah. I wish, man, I wish. Anyway, but we definitely would go to Hughes. Uh, Brother cousin says I found sound fine. All balanced now. Oh, I balanced it a while ago. Okay. You were too loud earlier. Son of a bitch. Okay. Darth Tamaris, welcome. What's up? Luminar Strife, we call people who do that snowbirds. Yeah, that's what we do. We call them snowbirds here in the US. Yeah, Greek islands are great on vacay, but too expensive and too crowded. Listen,
I
guys.
got family there. It's free.
Chios is amazing. It is not too expensive. I was shocked how cheap it was. We would go out to dinner for all like 5 of us to dinner, and it would only be like 60 or 70 euro for the whole. And we would get a lot of fish and we'd get a lot of food. Listen, Mykonos, one. I don't know if it's too many people.
Yeah,
Santorini,
the
too many
the
people.
touristy places are,
Yeah, just
and that's the thing when they, because I remember like the last time I went to Greece, I was like, I'd spent 6 months in the US, and then I'd said to my mum, "Meet me in Greece. Let's like show me your country. Let's go." And we did this bus tour. And the first night we were at a hotel in Olympia, and they had like a souvenir store. My mum was like, "Oh, my friend wants a particular statue. Can we go in?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So we're in the shop and we're speaking, in English. And, the shop owner's rubbing his hands with glee because Kseni, strangers, tourists. And then my mum turns around in perfect Greek and he's like, "Whoa, what is this?" And mum explains, "Oh, I'm from Greece and I now live in Australia and I brought my daughter here to see our country." But he goes, "Oh, that's tourist price. Don't worry. I give you a good deal." So I learned very quickly
oh yeah,
to speak my butchered Greek. And it was
yeah.
hilarious because on the bus tour, we would quite often stop at little mum and dad little
Mm-hmm.
cafes and stuff. And they'd have the food and they'd be like, "Okay, it's 10 euros and you can pick 3 dishes." And I'd order in Greek and they'd be like, "Elineva." And I'd get these plates with everything. And everyone's like,
It's
"How
very
much was
true.
your plate?" I'm like, 10 euros. And they're like, and it's like, Greek baby.
Yeah. No. So true. That is so true. We went to a restaurant, and as soon as I started ordering, talking to the waiter in Greek, it was just like
Yeah.
service, service,
Yeah.
sir. I mean, this was a very we we went a little bougie one night in Athens. We we were like, you know what? What kind of Michelin starred restaurants do they have
Ooh.
in Athens? And we found they're all great and they're all reasonably priced. When you go to
Yeah.
a restaurant here and it's like a pre-fee menu, it's like $200. It was like 90 euro for like a 7-course meal with just but it was the most amazing one of the most amazing meals. It's a place in Athens called CDC. So it's the letter C, the
Oh.
letter T, the letter C, but it also plays on the CTC, the Greek word
Ah.
CTC. So they made this chef. He's amazing. He made it was a string bean, right? But it wasn't a string. It was a mousse. But they made it
Oh.
look like a string bean. So it was like it. But it tasted like my yaya's fasoladas with the with the red sauce and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
potato.
yeah.
I was like, oh my god, what is this?
Wow.
This place specializes in old home recipes made into like a
Yeah,
modern
nice.
thing. I was like, how do you make a mousse taste like fasolada, like or fasolakis?
Yeah,
I don't know. It was
that's
so delicious.
incredible.
Often Studios is in. What's up, mate? From the
Hello,
UK.
Often.
Oh, Natalie Harris, what's up? It's a
Oh, hey,
Hi,
Natalie.
Acosta and Helen from a very warm UK. What is very warm in the UK? Because
It's probably like 23 degrees Celsius is my
right.
guess.
Although we were in 2018, my wife and I went to London for the Cure's 40th anniversary at
Hmm.
Hyde Park, and it was in the 90s Fahrenheit. So if you guys want to calculate
Oh,
that,
that
and
would
there
be
were
30-ish, yeah.
oh my god, everything was people were
Yeah.
melting. The grass was they're like there were signs that say please excuse the grass from being brown because it's too hot and but yeah, and we made the mistake. We were staying at a hotel. It was a great hotel next to the London Tower Bridge, called the Tower Hotel, I think it was called. And we're dumb. We didn't even look up how the UK utilizes air conditioning. So the whole time we're like, why is this air conditioning not doing anything? Like the second to last night, we noticed that the windows can open up. Here in the US, if you
Yeah.
have a high-rise building, everything is shut because they don't want
Yeah.
people to jump out. And then we finally were like, open the windows, and we're like, oh, this is great. This is what we should have been doing the whole time. But yeah, so that's my UK story, and loved London, loved Bath. We went to Bath. We went to Stonehenge.
Oh, I've been there. It's lovely. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I've
Bath
been
is
to Bath
amazing.
and Stonehenge as well. Yeah, it was lovely.
So Stonehenge, we're like, all right, because my wife is she's half Irish, and that's like, she's very into. She was she got an anthropology degree, and specifically in, I guess, ancient anthropology. I forget what it's called. Sorry, sorry, Cindy. Um, but we thought, all right, it's Stonehenge. It's gonna be okay. We get there, and it feels so mystical. I can't
Yeah.
explain it. I can't. It is such a serene, calming, just this place of I want to go back. But
But
yeah.
don't you find as well, because like when I went to England, it was between my 6 months in the US and meeting my mum in Greece.
Mm-hmm.
And like when I was in America, and this is no disrespect because I've got the same thing of Australia, we're young countries, and I was doing things like the Freedom Trail in Boston, like, oh, the
Yeah.
history, the history. Then you go to like Europe and the dates they're dropping, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, Australia is a baby of a country. We have nothing to offer in history like Stonehenge, like the Acropolis, like all these things. Like that's where you realize, wow, like history is deeper than what I experience, here in Australia, and things that they think are
Yeah.
historical just don't even rate compared to stuff
Yeah.
that's like in the UK and
Well,
Europe. It's crazy.
my wife, when we were in Athens, like every turn it was like, oh, this is really old, and then wait, this is older than this, and wait, this is even older than this. There's like layers
Yeah.
in Greece because of all the ancient Byzantine as you move up, and it's just like it's crazy.
Yeah.
And how like Australia, the U.S. We're still we'll always be babe. We'll be the baby.
Yeah.
We're like the baby of the family,
Yeah.
and hopefully we don't destroy everything. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, Star Wars Addict 77. Hello there, and Bob says, "Good Lord, that is a massive shipper." For your that is a massive shipper.
Yeah.
Um,
It's gigantic. But and the box it came in was even bigger. It was ridiculous. It was like, because when they send figures, like they're in a lot of 6. So the
Yeah.
box they put this in was in a shipper for a lot of 6 figures. So it was just insane. Like this box was just so
Oh my
ridiculous.
gosh, that is
So yeah, it
crazy.
was funny.
That
It was funny.
you
Yeah.
needed a pallet.
I was like tilting it to get it into my car. It was quite funny.
Natalie's like, yup, defo, it's melting weather for the 90 degrees in England. She wants to also know, Costa, are you getting new Ghostbusters Blitzway figures? Yes, I am. They are different sculpts. It's one of my favorite movies ever since I was a little boy, and I'm not gonna miss out on them. I mean, I have having the originals. I want an Ecto 1. I want an Ecto 1.
Oh.
Why is son of a bitch? It's doing it again. Like I need to figure this out, or maybe I'll switch to a different mic. I don't know. Hopefully people can hear me out there, and I'm not
okay to
low.
me.
It's limiting me. It's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why it's limiting me, but it is limiting me. And it's the Microsoft, and I see the volume going down and down, and let's see, audio, allow apps, default for audio, check the driver, I don't need that, reduces background, I don't need all that. I need you to stop going down, and this is going to be a running theme during this stream. Let's see. Have a nice stream, guys. It was pleasure meeting you. It was pleasure having you. If you're still here, Iowanis, have a great day. It is 3:49 or 15:49 in I believe in that area. Let's see. Yeah, Helen, get the wigs. Bob says, get the wigs. Get the wigs. Low-key, what's up, Calvin? Welcome. Let's see. Bob Dylan says instant ramen artisan. So that's what the wigs do. They give you an instant ramen artisan. Yeah. That's a cheap artisan. Yeah. I think it's a brilliant idea, and I think more places should do that. Bob also says, I was sad to see that their packaging changed from when I got mine in a bell jar. Other people said it was just shoved in a baggie. Wow. So not even this. Yeah, what is going on? Let's get these artisans
That's crazy.
in. Yeah. Let's see. Device currently in use. Shut up. Stop changing my volume. All right, maybe I am too loud. I don't know. Often Studios, my John Wick wig came okay, and like this is, I need to futz it around. I need to futz it. Costa, where did you order that John Wick swap wig? I'd like it for mine. It is 1/6 kit. I believe they still have them up. Let me go back to, and I will drop the link in the description. Where are you, wigs? It's not the new stuff.
I think if you search for like wig, it comes up.
Just wig? All right, let's see.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Because they did one for the Robert Pattinson Batman, which I ummed and ahed about, and then
Yeah,
it was
there it
gone off the
is.
site. But then, yeah, you've got the like the second movie option or the fourth movie option there.
So Kit is out of Hong Kong. You probably know. Everybody knows Kit, so I don't even know. This is one of the wigs. I put it in the chat. The other one, you can. It's right. It might even show up at the bot now. Anyway, they're. You know. You know what? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna pop in the other thing real quick. So before let's see, paste. There we go. The wig is the old. It's Bob posted, and thank you for the $5. Unnecessary, but thank you. I love you, Bob. So happy Juneteenth. Drop the Okoye banner in a Hot Toys post. Yes. In the U.S. today is Juneteenth, which is the day, like the official day that the slaves of the U.S. were freed. And I want to say happy Juneteenth to Lumi, Lael, second brother, Jay, all my guys, Calvin. I'm gonna miss people. I don't even know why I started naming people, because I'm gonna miss people. Henry, 1/6 Syndicate, all my guys out there. So yeah, I love you guys. You guys, this community, like, right? This community,
Yeah,
like, we have a lot of good people in this community, and
100%.
yeah. So let's see, Akoto Didaku, welcome. Hi guys, so good to catch you live. My muscle rack just arrived today. Wink wink. I'm ready for the questions. I'm ready, man, and you better send me pictures when you're done. So yeah. And Natalie says thank you for the links. All right, so you have some questions that you and I are going to answer.
Yes.
So people can get to know us a bit better.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to try something real quick. Go ahead. You can talk, and I will try
I came up with 5 questions because it's been a slow news week, and I thought, you know what, like, I've been talking to Costa for a while, and it's kind of like when I met Bob Dylan, and I had a chance to ask him some questions and get to know him a little bit more, and it was cool to get to know, a bit deeper more about people's fandoms and things like that. So my first question for you, Kitty Costa, is what was the IP or movie that kicked off your descent into becoming a Greek geek?
Oh, that's a good one. Oh my God, I have to go back to the 80s. Let me see.
Good decade.
I'm gonna switch microphones here and see if it's any different. Hello.
Hello.
It's still low. What the hell? I probably sound different, right? Hello. Yeah, that's not.
You sound further away now, to me anyway.
Yeah, I need to go to this. Yeah. Hello. All right. Let's hope this doesn't limit me. If it does, oh, now I'm super loud. I am sorry, guys. All right, there we go. Wait, how about that? Am I still low to you, Helen? Hello.
You sounded the same the whole time.
Hello. Yeah.
To me, anyway, I don't know what other people are hearing, but to me, you've always sounded pretty consistent.
Okay, so I've got this lav mic. All right, so the IP that it was Transformers, the cartoon. Like, yeah, like when I was a kid, my mom would. Well, one, I loved the cartoon was amazing, and then they really wrecked you with the movie where they killed everybody off. Spoilers. It's a 40-plus-year-old movie. Oh, both sound great now. Okay, great. Thank you, Renz. Um, and uh, my mom, and I guess this is also what got me into collecting in a way, because she would. Oh man, you know what? Now I'm thinking there was Star Wars too. Son of a bitch. Because Star Wars, I saw Star Wars when I originally when I, you know what? I am gonna have to go with Star Wars now. Now that I think about it, um, yeah, I'm sorry. Transformers, I'm sorry. Star Wars, because I forgot that Transformer. No, when did Transformers come out? No, Star Wars came out before Transformers, but I
Because I was
didn't
going to say,
see it.
I remember seeing that Transformers animated movie in the cinema as a
It
kid,
was
like
80.
in the
Yeah, that was in
maybe mid 80s.
1984.
Yeah.
That came out in 1984, and I think the show came out in 83, 82, 83. And then, but I watched Star Wars before. I take it back. Star Wars. And I know Miss Allison will be happy, but, yeah. Well, my parents, I've told the story before. My parents, I don't know why, this one Christmas, we had presents wrapped, but I guess they got a bunch of other things that they're like, we're just gonna throw them in a trash bag. So there was just a bunch of figures and things in a trash bag, and it was all Star Wars, like Hasbro. I mean, not Hasbro. Hasbro wasn't doing it. It was Kenner, and I'm like, what? This is amazing, because who cares about the wrapping paper, right? Who cares about the
Yeah.
wrapping? It's not. I'm going in the bag and I'm like, oh my god, it's Luke Skywalker. So yeah, it was definitely Star Wars. And then in '83, so I didn't see A New Hope until 1980. They re-released it, and I was 5, so it was like I could understand. I get it.
Yeah.
And but yeah, Star Wars. What about you? What's your what?
It's quite funny because mine happened on a plane ride to Greece. So
Oh,
when I was a kid, family holiday to Greece, because where else would you go as Greek immigrants? Where else would you take your kids? And what I never really knew in the analog era. So when you flew as an Australian, one of the cool things was the movie they would show would always be something that was like months before it came into the cinema in
mm-hmm.
Australia. So in the analog era, we had no idea we were getting stuff so much later than everyone else. So on it's a long flight.
Mm-hmm.
So Perth, Singapore, Singapore, Athens. And it's the one screen in the plane, not like now with the little individual ones. And the movie was Michael Keaton Batman.
Whoa! All right.
And I had seen, again, no disrespect, don't cancel me, everyone. I'm surprised I've not been cancelled yet. Like, I'd seen the Adam West Batman. I'd seen Christopher Reeve's Superman. I'd seen them and I'd watched them and I'm like, oh yeah, they're okay. But there was just something about the gritty, dark 89 Batman that it was like, whoa, this thing is incredible.
Yeah.
And then I remember when Returns came out, like begging my mum to like let me go to the cinema and see it and all that stuff. But yeah, like it was that 89 Batman. And I remember being on this flight and my mum being like, you should get some sleep. And I just couldn't. Like, I couldn't just stop watching this movie. I thought it was absolutely incredible. It was unlike anything I had ever seen. And from that moment on, I've just loved Batman. And then that's kind of, with this era we're in of superhero stories, it's kind of evolved into so many other characters that I've discovered and now love as well.
That's also, and I do remember the one screen, because when we went to Greece, I was 18, and experiencing the one screen. I don't understand. Like, most of the time, the screen had the map, and your plane was like, it would show your. But then there would be, let's see, Deadpool in a red suit. What's up? Hey guys and girl, how's it going? Luminara, what is up? Happy
Yummy.
Juneteenth. Are you off? I hope you are. Man, I don't even know why. I tried to. We have people working today, and I tried to work so I could let my my coworkers who are African American, like, but I guess they didn't need me. So that's why we're doing this. But happy and justice for Okoye.
Yeah.
Because I would buy Okoye. I mean,
so many people have jumped on the posting pictures of Okoye, which I love because I was doing it every time they posted a Star Wars photo. I was like, for my mental health, I'm gamifying this, and I will respond with a picture of Okoye. And now I know like Lumi's been doing it, Blue Tattoo's been doing it, SB, like so many more
Yeah.
people. Like, yeah, I'd love an Okoye, and I'm like, yes, we all would. Howie, please.
Seamless body. I'm wondering like what the real holdup is with that. Like you got to think, is there a licensing issue? But then they let her likeness for Walking Dead figures.
Yeah.
So I can't be her. Are they really so sure that it won't sell? Like if you can always test waters, right? You can they can do like if they wanted to exclusive thing and see do 2,500 or even like I think 3,000 is like a good sweet spot for to let everybody who wants one will get one. Usually if it's at 3,000 or 3,500, at least from
But
what
even,
I've seen
like,
online. But
they've
yeah, if you want to
cancelled
test the
stuff.
water, yeah.
Like, they've cancelled stuff. Like, they made that flippin'
That
bat
is-
missile prototype,
that
and then
is
they
true.
cancelled it. So why, like, and this is what gets me, because, like, a Black Panther display or an Avengers display or an A-Force display, like, it's the same with Wong. Like, there's so many, like, applications you could use for the figure.
They could definitely. You're right. They could put it up for pre-order, see what happens, and worst case scenario, they have a really cool prototype, and they can cancel it. You're right. So what is the hang up?
I don't
Is
get
it
it.
Disney? Like, is Disney and Marvel like, you know what? We need you to concentrate on these new IPs so that they, but I don't know. That I don't see why. It was a $1 billion movie. Like, it's a Black Panther $1 billion movie. Makes no sense why there isn't more characters from that other than Shuri and actually T'Chaka and T'Challa. So there are 3
And
figures.
Killmonger.
And Killmonger.
And they
You're
made
right.
the throne. Like, they made
Yeah.
the throne. Like, and you're not gonna make a Koye.
Yeah, and then you could, I'm sure, rumor that Neymar, or is it a rumor that Neymar is going to be in? No, he was on the chairs.
Yeah, he
Neymar's
was,
going to be
yeah.
in that, so maybe they'll do that. And Queen, oh my God, I'm blanking. Angela Bassett's character. Like,
Oh, yeah,
she was
I'm
up
not
for an
good with the
Oscar.
names.
Why wouldn't you do that
Yeah.
character? I'm having a brain fart right now. Deadpool in a red suit says all is good. Ahsoka arrived yesterday, and wow, what a figure! So you got the new Ahsoka in white. That's awesome. It does look. It looks like Rosario. It totally looks like Rosario. So they did a great job with that. All right, what's the next question?
All right. If you could change one plot point or character arc in a movie or TV show, what would it be and why?
1 second. It is Ramonda. Thank you. I'm a dumbass. Lately with names, I've been having problems. Like the other day, I couldn't remember the name of one of the parents that I've been going to one of my youngest daughter's like activity, and I'm like, why can't I remember this person's name right now? I've come over here several times. Why can't I don't know. Anyway, it's Ramonda. Yes, they need to make one of those, a figure of her. So hopefully with the new Black Panther that is in the works, that we see more. Because Denzel Washington, he's gonna be in it. Who wouldn't want who wouldn't want a Denzel Washington figure? I mean, I would love that. Like, oh, Bob is like, oh boy, the 50s are catching up with Costa. Yeah, I'm not even there yet. I'm not there till next Thursday, Bob. I will be 50 next Thursday. All right. Repeat that one more time. If I could change
Sure. If you could
okay.
change one plot point or character arc in a movie or TV show, what would it be and why?
What? What is this? What are you doing to me? What do you, one plot
I'm
point?
asking not the standard questions, mate. I
I
thought that's what you
know.
wanted.
No, exactly. That is what I wanted because we're an all pop culture show, right? So yeah. God, and you guys out in the chat, feel free to answer your thoughts
Sure.
too. Yeah.
Absolutely.
A character arc or a plot point that I would change. Da, 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 da. Oh my god, and I did have one. I do have one. It's shit. That's that's hard. I'm like trying to think of all the movies.
I'm
Oh my
impressed with
gosh.
myself that I've made you speechless, Costa.
How about just for me, Miss Allison will be uh I would say, you know what? I'm going to stick with Star Wars. Um and I'm going to say the sequel trilogy, right? Not somehow getting the three original characters together for that first movie, The Force Awakens. That's all we wanted. We wanted to see Han, Luke, and Leia together, and they needed to figure out a way to do that in that first movie before they decided to kill Han Solo off. Also, they shouldn't have killed Han Solo. I know.
I didn't realize he was dead. Okay.
Yeah, and The Force Awakens. I know you're not going to watch it. So,
No, never.
that's a good one, Luminara. I'll pop that one up in a second. And that's because that was dumb. The last few seasons of Game of Thrones. Yeah. So,
yeah, that's a great one.
So, like George Lucas would never kill off any of the main characters, mainly because for the kids. Like you don't kill off. This is a kid-friendly thing. It's not a. So I think not having Han, Luke, and Leia together in a scene or two, or in a and then killing off Han Solo in that. I know probably Harrison Ford was like, I'm not gonna do it unless you kill off Han. That's a horrible Han Solo. But yeah, that's mine. Luminaris is Daenerys Targaryen's arc in that eighth and there was no build up. It was just like, we're gonna save everybody, blah blah blah, and now I'm gonna murder everybody. Like, come on.
Yeah.
There was no build. Like, at least let the turn happen over 2 seasons or more. The two writers should have just that was their money ticket. Like, they just didn't want to do it anymore. So they're like, because HBO wanted to do more seasons, and they're like, no. So they're just like, let's do it. We have George R.R. Martin's plan, and I'm sure that was probably the plan all along, but in a more nuanced way. There's so much that they could have done with that. Great one, Luminara. Great one. What about? All right. So what's yours? Is it Heath Ledger's Joker?
No, I now wish I'd thought of something as good as Daenerys Targaryen, because that was a great one. Because seriously, that whole ending to Game of Thrones was so incredibly rushed. My one that I came to, so I used to really love the TV show Arrow. Its early seasons, it kind of descended into a very teen drama, and I think if I could change something about that show, I would definitely change the character arc of Felicity Smoke, who was meant to be a bit more of a background bit character and then became like the big love interest. And then it really annoyed me because it felt like they also kind of dumbed down elements of Oliver Queen to make him like really dependent on her, and then other choices they made because they wanted that relationship to be the key focus just really, the show ended up just crashing and burning at a point. So if I could change a character arc, it would be the role of Felicity Smoke in Arrow. But that Daenerys Targaryen one was a really good one because that
was excellent. Yeah, like Arrow and the CW shows I never got into because I thought they were like very like teen drama-y to me, and I love the Flash.
Arrow, like the first 2 seasons of Arrow had almost like a little bit of a Dark Knight vibe, like that's what they were inspired by. The first 2 seasons, and particularly like the Deathstroke villain played by Manu Bennett, was amazing. Like it was so good. And then it just gradually, and then it became like a car crash. It was really sad what happened to it.
Yeah.
So. All right. Ready for the next question?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. If money was no object and you could commission a custom figure of your choosing, what character or person would you choose?
Oh, man, that's easy. Jim Henson. I already have it planned out. As soon as I am able to get the funds for it, I will probably contact Bobby D so we can talk about getting this thing made. So I'm looking at a multiple. I don't know if I would do it as 2 different figures or 1 figure where I can interchange things. I would like one head sculpt, regular Jim Henson from probably, I would go with the 70s. I want the 70s look, the Muppet Show Jim Henson. There are several pictures, or even the Muppet movie look, where he's just himself. He's got his like nice button-up shirt, it's like his regular casual gear. But then I have a separate head sculpt that has the microphone that's attached to his head when he does his puppeting. A Kermit, or even maybe an Ernie, a Kermit, just like any one of his figures, Guy Smiley, so that you can have him with the puppet. It looks like the puppet's on his hand, and he's like puppeting, and have a monitor as a accessory. So he'll be looking down, he'll have his arm up, so you can pretend that you're doing a Muppet Show or Sesame Street or whatever. So it'd be all interchangeable pieces. So I don't know. Maybe I probably would do 2 different figures and spend probably like $3,000 on 2 figures, because I would want it like perfect. That is like the one custom that I would totally love to do, and I have made plans to get it started when I do have the funds, and then film the process, like talking to the artist. Talking to the artist, going through that whole thing. I do have a second one that I like. Jim Henson's number 1, but at like a 1B is Walt Disney. Like,
oh, cool.
I would want Walt Disney, his like blue suit, the one that you see on The Wonderful World of Disney. So those are like my two customs that I would die if I could. Like, I would, if you told me I had to stop collecting, but I would get those figures, but in perfect, like the perfect head sculpt and accessories and stuff, I would stop. I'd be like, yeah, I think I'm done. I don't like. Look at this. We're hoarders. We're hoarding. We're hoarding little people. But
I'm not even just little people, mate. I'm even hoarding parts of little people.
Oh my God, I got a hand. I believe I have hands in this drawer. Oh, look. Look what I
And
found.
I'm so bad at hoarding. I bought the same hands twice for Kane because I didn't
Oh.
even know what I'd bought. So,
Look at that.
oh,
That's masticha
oh, the
from
best,
Kios.
the
Like I
best.
still have some left. Yeah.
Delicious.
Like these guys, this is gum. This is actually
best.
sap. I don't know if, yeah, you see, it's sap from a tree, but you put it in your mouth and you chew it,
so
and it
good.
becomes gum. And not a lot of people like it, but I do, and it's becoming a huge thing in Greece. It's crazy.
Have you had mastica ice cream? So good.
Yes,
So
and I've
good.
had.
Delicious.
My favorite thing is they make liqueur out
You've
of
mentioned
mastica.
this, yeah. Next time my cousin
So-
comes and asks what to bring, I need to remember to tell him to bring me some mastica liqueur.
There is a restaurant here in Philly called Estia, and they always have one drink that has mastica in it, and I always order it. And it might be a drink that I don't normally like, but for some reason, when you add the mastica in there, liqueur, so like I had
Delicious.
a mastica mule instead of a Moscow mule, or a mastica hito. They try to come up with weird names, but yeah, it is, yeah, masti. And one of the things I do love that they do in Greece at the restaurants is at the end, they give you a little gift, a little something, and usually it's fruit or whatever. This one place in Athens gave us shots of mastica liqueur.
Oh wow, nice.
Because they knew that we were from Chios, so they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Chios, you wanna? We'll do a little a shot."
Oh, nice.
Windman says, "I never understood the parkour element in the early Arrow episodes. LOL. Was there parkour in the early Arrow episodes? Kind of. Yeah.
In the pilot, he's kind of
he's doing
running
crazy
across some
parkour.
buildings and some stuff. Yeah, it's not throughout the whole thing, but in that pilot, there's definitely some elements of it.
So, what is your
Well, no prizes for guessing. Mine's a Koye because I want to, in my lifetime, complete my A-Force display.
Yeah.
And I've got Endgame Wonder should hopefully be here before Christmas. And then that leaves one key member. And I'm never going to consider it complete. And I love this display. Like, for me, like, I've always liked my collection. And there was a point I looked around and I was like, it's a lot of dudes. And sure, I had like Avengers and there was Black Widow and I had Defenders and there was Jessica Jones. But I'm like, what, where? And I always remember when like Hot Toys posted like with the Endgame Captain Marvel figure, they posted a bit of an A-Force image with the figures that they'd released. And I was like, this is what I need in my collection. Like, I need to make this happen.
Yeah.
So I went and started hunting like Gamora and the figures that I needed. So I've built this up over time, and for me, I need a Koye in there. If she's not in there, I'm never going to consider that display done. And I've even got like the custom diorama in there. Like, I've been working on like the group pose of them all sort of walking, and I've got Captain Marvel hovering, and I'm going to have Rescue and Wanda sort of like just levitating at the back. I need that. Like, as I say, like, it is a display that has a lot of sentimental value for me because, you know, a lot of these movies are male dominated, and I'm not going to get all political, but as a woman, I like strong female characters, and to have a shelf that is just like awesome female characters, it means a lot to me because a lot of it, like Dark Knight, you've got Catwoman and no one else. Like Avengers, the original 6 is just Black Widow. And that's fine. I'm not saying there should have been more. But there was a female team, and I would like to represent them in my display. So for me, it's 100% a Koye.
Poor Maria from Kobe Smolder's character. She was
Maria
in
Hill?
Avengers. No,
she got
wasn't
a figure made, though.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
She got made. She got made.
You're right.
Maria Hill got made. They didn't even make a Koye. They made Maria Hill.
That is, yeah. Well, back then there weren't, I guess, a billion movies. But yeah, I mean, Okoye is a badass character. Like, why wouldn't you want...
Right.
Imagine the posing that you could do. I don't know. It makes no
Yeah.
sense. What does Bob Dylan? As a man, I also like strong female characters. Where are the Marvels figures? You know what? I enjoyed
Oh,
that movie thoroughly. I was
yes.
promised an artisan Carol Danvers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
What happened to that,
I I
Joelle?
yeah, right? Joao. Come on, man. But I enjoyed the Marvels. I took Sophia, my 10-year-old. She was not 10 at the time, obviously. But like we took her to Captain Marvel when that came out, and she wore a Captain Marvel dress from, it was like a
Oh, cool.
back like what I can't even. When did Captain Marvel come out? 2018, I think. 2018, 2018, because it
Yeah.
was after
It was
Infinity War, right?
pre-COVID. Yeah.
And she just loved that movie. So I
Yay.
took her to the Marvels. I think it was just me and her for the Marvels, and it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why more people didn't go see it. I enjoyed it. That
Yeah.
one, I will say there were other movies where I was like, oh, that was good when I got out of the theater, like Quantumania. But now I'm like, oh, I can't even watch this. I,
But that's the thing when you look at what else came out around that time, like Quantumania, Thor: Love and Thunder, some of these movies, and then people wouldn't even give the Marvels a chance. And I
yeah,
think there's a subsection of people that for whatever reason they don't like Brie Larson, they don't like female-led movies. And I had really hoped that maybe when it hit Disney Plus that people might have given it a chance and then there might have been an
yeah,
improved sentiment towards it. But I think a lot of people just didn't really give it a go. And I do wonder if it got review bombed a little bit because
it
I
probably
I
did.
saw it a couple of times at the cinema and I really enjoyed it every time. Like it was good. Like to me, it was a good movie.
I love I loved the cats.
Oh, the Flerken fiasco, as Bob calls it. Yeah.
My so when I took her, they had the Flurkin egg popcorn bucket and the cat sipper. So we still
Oh.
have that. She was like, "Can I get that?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's
Oh, that's
let's get
cool.
it." So yeah. Often Studio says hashtag Marvel Gang. Heck yeah. Bob Dylan, that was my daughter's first MCU movie. I think that was my daughter's
Oh.
first MCU movie. Yeah, it was, because she wasn't born when Guardians came out, and we didn't take her. Yeah, that was her first MCU movie. She got all dressed up. She wanted to.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, and she has a Captain Marvel Disney Magic Band.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
she loves Captain Marvel. Windman
Me
42. I
too.
dug the Marvels and Ms. Marvel. Yeah, Ms. Marvel was. Now the only thing with Marvel shows is they start off strong and they usually whimper out. And like the finale to that one was a little seemed rush. I think they didn't. They need to spend more time. And now that they've changed things and are using a writer's room with a head writer instead of doing it like a movie divided up. I think the TV shows. I mean, look at Agatha was fantastic.
I
Um,
loved Agatha,
that was
but
so
that's
good.
another one that I feel like no one spoke about and people didn't want to give a chance because the main character was a middle-aged woman. Like Agatha, and that was on at the same time as Penguin. And I remember sitting there going, I am loving both of these shows.
Yeah,
Both of these shows are fantastic. And everyone was raving about Penguin, and it felt like so few people were even acknowledging that Agatha. And I have to admit, like, I watched the first episode in isolation, which was a mistake. You really need to watch 1 and 2 together.
yeah.
But then when I watched the first one, I was like, oh, I don't know about this. But I was like, no, keep going. I freaking loved that show. It was like Aubrey Plaza was fantastic in that. Like Catherine Hahn was fantastic in that. Like it was so good. I
Like
really enjoyed it.
it brought my wife back into like my wife was a
Oh,
huge Marvel like she collected comics. Um, and I mean, she's a huge Spawn fan too. I don't know if you know Spawn,
yeah.
uh, but she's huge into comics, was into the MCU, but at a point she's like, this is too much. She's like, I can't go, this is too much. And that's why, I'm going by myself. She won't go with me anymore. And my oldest no longer is interested. The last movie I took them to was Deadpool and Wolverine. And after that, I tried to get them to go see Captain America. I tried to get them to go see, Captain America. And they're like, no. Who did I see Captain America with somebody, or did I go by myself? I might have gone by myself to Captain America. I can't remember. But I would just sit in our bedroom and have Agatha on, and she would just watch, and she's like, "Oh, witches. That's I love witches and Wiccan," and she was a Wiccan at some point, my wife. So she's like, "This is great. Yeah, this is I love this." Lumi loved Agatha. Heck yeah. I mean, the viewing numbers were up for Agatha. So it wasn't that
really?
People were watching it. And the places that I listened to for like movie and TV stuff were talking about Agatha a lot, but not as much as, you're right, not as much as like Penguin. It was more of like, I guess because it was more of like a Sopranos style type thing. Guess what? I haven't seen Penguin yet, and it's not because I don't want to see Penguin. I want to see Penguin. Yeah. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Yeah.
And it just keeps on getting pushed back.
There's so many, like, it's hard with so much content that comes out. There's things I want to see. I'm just like, I don't get, like, I work with people that have, like, children, and they're up to date with all the streaming, and I'm like, how? I don't have half the responsibilities you have in your life, and I can't keep up with everything that's coming out. So I hear you. It's just, it's hard. But Penguin was really great. I enjoyed it, and it's funny because by the end of my favorite character wasn't even the Penguin. It was like a different character, which I was not expecting. So it was cool. I really enjoyed it.
Like Batman. So my two favorite number ones, Spider-Man and Batman, ever since I was a little kid. I had Spider-Man sneakers when I was 4. That was my birthday present. I got to go out and pick out Spider-Man sneakers when I was 4. But yeah, I will get to that because one of my favorite stories of Batman is it's a detective story. It's The Long Halloween. I have the original run from I when it came out in the 90s. I bought it from the comic shop and started reading it month to month. But yeah, I love the detective side of Batman.
I have the trade paperback of that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the little individual books with the different covers, and they're really cool because each month has the different holiday on it. It's such a great set. Windman 42, I had zero interest in the Agatha show, if I'm being honest. I hope you're being honest. But I tried it and really loved it. I was not a big fan of the Source show. Oh my God, I forgot. What did Agatha... Oh, the WandaVision. I liked Wanda. That was one of my favorites. I loved how it started off as different genres of TV shows. Yeah. That was like my childhood. I was a TV baby. Often Studios.
I feel like WandaVision is still my favorite Disney Plus series. Still after all this time, WandaVision's still my favorite one.
WandaVision and Loki, like the first season of Loki. WandaVision and Loki are like the two at the top for me. Often Studio says Agatha was the opposite for me. Started off slow and ended great. I can see that if you don't, like you said, watching the 2 episodes together. Do we have any more questions?
We do. We have 2 more questions, Costa.
Okay.
So, outside of collecting and DIY, what other hobbies or interests do you have?
Nothing. No, I'm kidding. Outside of hobbies, you know what? At one point I was gonna say I'm not. I wouldn't consider DIY my hobby, but guess what? That's bullshit. I just changed the brakes on my parents' car, changed a tire sensor, and I did it all through watching a YouTube video. I saved myself like $600 doing it, and they came out great. They passed inspection, which I was very happy. So I do a lot more DIY than I thought. Outside of that, I don't know which one I should pick up, but maybe I'll pick up the new one real quick. But I will pick another thing on top of this, because I don't want this, because everybody knows. Hello, I'm Constantine. Play the music, light the lights. Sorry, this is Constantine from the Muppets. And then,
this guy,
I need to fix him. But he's got a lot of things, so. Hello, everybody out there. You guys are Greek? What are you talking about? What is Greek? I'm Greek because I'm friends with you. Automatically Greek. What else do I like outside of collecting toys, DIY? Going to concerts. It's one of my favorite things. And if you were to average out how many concerts I go to in a year, it's around two a month. Like in July, I have 3. In August, I have 2. I can hold on. Let's bring up what the calendar is going to bring in our future, or maybe there's only 2 in. All right, let's see. None in June because we had one in June, but Hosier decided he was not feeling well, so he had to move it to July. So we will be seeing Hosier in July. We will also be seeing one of Sophia's favorite artists. Ever since she was 3, we were at a festival and we were walking by the stage leaving the festival, and this artist came on and she was like asleep, but then she woke up and she's like, what's this? What's it? She was only like 3. And we were like, all right, we'll walk to the stage. We don't have to go anywhere. This is Kesha. She's a Kesha fan.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
There you go.
She loves Kesha. In August, we are going to see The Flaming Lips with Modest Mouse. We are also going to see my favorite band, 9 Inch Nails. Let's see, is there anything else in this month? Do I have anything in September? I haven't set up anything in September. We'll just be like, hey, so-and-so's playing. Should we go? Yeah, let's go. And we will go. So that's the summer. Our fall has not been set yet, but I'm sure there's one of my favorite UK bands, guys. The Wombats from Manchester. Oh, I love them so much. Yeah, they're probably at the moment my second favorite band. But favorite bands always change. Like Led Zeppelin is one of my favorites of all time. The Rolling Stones, and this is a controversial. See, I'm already forgetting words. Rolling Stones over the Beatles. But I love the Beatles.
Okay.
But Rolling Stones over the Beatles. But for me, Led Zeppelin, I think I like them more than... I think I would put them at the top. It'd be like Led Zeppelin, Stones, Beatles. But love all 3. Let's not get crazy. I love all 3. Oh, Scotty! What's up? Another mate from the UK. Hey, mate. Must be early for you today for this. It is 9:35 in the morning, and I have no work today, so why not, right? And then Winman says, so let me explain. I liked WandaVision, but I feel like everyone else was praising it so much, and I just didn't love it. I get it. sometimes something will get so much praise that it does turn you off a bit. So yeah, Luminara says, I saw Kendrick Lamar in May. It was my first concert.
Oh,
Your
cool.
first concert ever, or first concert of the? That was your first. That's a one hell of a first concert. I need to see Kendrick. Also, while we're talking about concerts, that I haven't gotten tickets for, but they are also coming in August. And last time I saw them was like 2 years ago, or 2 or 3 years ago, and it's their final tour, and I need to get tickets for this. I don't know if the Wu-Tang Clan, but the whole.
Oh yeah.
It'll be, if I go, it'll be my third time seeing them. But you know what? Sadly, I saw them in 1997 with Rage Against the Machine, but.
I love Rage Against the Machine.
Oh,
I love them.
I've seen Rage Against the Machine. Luminara says that's her first concert ever. That is one hell of a first concert to go to. So, while we're talking about, we'll get to your hobby in a second. I just have a question. I just came up with a question, and I'm gonna give you mine real quick. So, I want to see everybody in the chat. What was your first concert that you went to ever as an adult? Like, you paid for it, you went. I will give you mine. Mine also included Rage Against the Machine in 1993.
Oh, wow.
In a little. It was crazy because they weren't even the headliner. They were opening up this tour. It was like 4 bands. It was an all-female punk band called 7 Year Bitch. I think they were all female. That makes sense. And then another band I can't remember, Rage Against the Machine and Cypress Hill.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it was in a little. It was where wedding receptions happen. Have you ever been to a wedding reception venue? And this was a small one. And they just put up a stage in this little venue, and it was crazy. Rage Against the Machine goes on, and it's just like, mosh, blood, people walking out of the pit all bloody. It was amazing, because it was not many times you get to go see one of your favorite bands on their first album that made you love them, right? On that first album. And now, good luck. For 9 Inch Nails, I love all their music. You're never going to hear that first album, like Pretty Hate Machine, all played out. Unless they do one of those, we're going to play this whole album from front to back. Then Cypress Hill gets on. And it's just like, weed is just like, everybody's all chill, and we're just like, hand on the Glock, da-na-na-na-na. And I'm like, oh. And just the dichotomy, the bipolarness, the two different, the opposites, the like, we're fucking raging, and then we're just gonna chill and enjoy this and love everybody. And such a huge difference. Now, I will say that was the first one that I paid for. I was 18. Was I 18? Yeah, I was 18, 1993. I was 18. I paid for it myself. But if I was going to go to the first concert that my mom took me to, that I was dragged to the show, but I did enjoy it. I think I was 16. And it was weird. My mom and my aunt had 4 tickets to this show. And I'm like, and now that I'm thinking, I'm like, why did they have all these tickets to this show? Was it because they didn't have a babysitter and we had to go with them? It was, are you ready? It was the band, so opening up was Extreme.
Yeah.
The second band that played was Poison.
Oh my god,
And then
Poison, no way.
the headliner was Bon Jovi. So
Oh
that
my
was like my
goodness.
first, that wasn't my first adult show, and that's the one I don't tend to tell people that I went to because I was dragged to it. But that was a crazy, crazy show too. I
I
enjoyed it.
remember
I
I remember
enjoyed it.
being at I remember being at Greek school on a Saturday because the joys of being Greek. Go to
Yeah, yeah,
school
yeah.
on a
I
Saturday
went
to
to
learn
Greek
the
school.
language.
Yep.
And my brother is like 5 years older than me, and this was like the mid to late 80s. And I swear all the boys used to be trying to draw the Poison logo, and they would have like competitions as to who drew the Poison, like the lettering for the band name. I just
Hmm.
have such a distinct memory of them trying to draw the green, like Poison band name in the correct lettering. Oh my goodness.
So wait, so what was before I go down this list because people have some
Oh,
really good
no
first
one, no
shows.
one's gonna have heard of mine because they were like Australian bands. So I think I was in like year 12 of high school, so I probably would have been 16 or 17. And we went out to, it was like literally like a big freaking tent was set up in the middle of kind of nowhere, and they had like special buses because you kind of went to the end of the train line, and then they had the shuttle
Hmm.
buses. So it was in Australia. There was 4 bands. The first 2 I can't even remember, but the big headline acts that no one's heard of, and that's fine, were 2 Australian bands. So one was called Regurgitator, and the other one was called Tism. TISM.
Nice.
Tism. Tism were like, it was quite satirical and political, the messaging. And I always thought if Australia ever really wanted to win Eurovision, they should send Tism. Like if you look up some of their film clips, they're quite out there. And I remember like their song that made them really famous in Australia, and apologies if someone gets triggered by this, it was literally I'm on the drug that killed River Phoenix. That was like their first song that
Oh
went.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, so I really loved them. They were just out there and wacky. So yeah, I'm positive no one's heard of them, and that's absolutely fine because they were big in Australia. That's all that matters.
Wow. So the first show my wife and I went to together was an Australian band. Um,
Oh,
yeah, the Band of Skulls. I don't know if you've heard of.
okay. Not
No?
familiar with them, no.
Well, they're an alternative rock band. But yeah, Band of Skulls. I'm surprised like it wasn't like Midnight Oil or Men at Work or all of the 80s. They were still around in the 90s. Yeah, they were because they were
Midnight
still
Oil
putting.
was definitely still around. I think Cold Chisel was maybe a little bit before my time. But yeah, I mean, and I loved a lot, like growing up, I liked a lot of Australian bands. Like there was another band that I loved called the Screaming Jets. They were like one of my favorites growing up. We had In Excess with Michael Hutchins, of course. They were fantastic. Crowded House. I know there's
Yeah.
conjecture. Are they Australian? Are they New Zealand? Crowded House. But like the 90s was just like a really like solid era for Australian music. So
Hmm.
I know for me that was a lot of the stuff I was listening to was like Australian artists.
My favorite at the moment Australian band is Tame Impala. I just like
Oh, nice. Yeah.
normally not into like jam bandy type stuff, but man, their music is just beautiful, and I've seen them twice.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, love Tame Impala. All right, let's go down this list. Jeff to Space, first show, Bon Jovi. That's a good one.
Oh, wow.
Wanted, dead or alive. I love when they whipped out the acoustic guitars. This next one, Deadpool in a red suit. I'm jealous because I still have not seen Guns N' Roses, and his was Guns N' Roses.
Oh,
I am jealous.
nice.
Yeah. Let's see. 1/6 Delight, The Offspring. Nice. I saw them a couple.
Cool.
I saw them a couple years ago. They were fantastic. Scott Taylor, my mate. Let's see. First, I remember the first one I remember properly. I think was Eminem. That probably had to have been crazy. But
Nice.
one of my favorites was Prince. I am
Oh, wow.
jealous. Before he passed away, my wife and I were like constantly looking for him to go on tour. He was doing like a show here and a show there. He wasn't doing like a straight tour at the time. And if there was anything close, we were gonna go. We're fucking huge Prince fans. And then he passed away. Another one that I just real quick that I wish was David Bowie. I wish I would have seen them. I had a chance to go see him on the with Nine Inch Nails back in the late '90s, early 2000s when they were doing the "I Am Afraid of Americans" tour, which is apropos for today. Everybody outside of the U.S. We've become horrible. But anyway. So, Windman 42. All right, I'm interested. Let's see. First show I recall buying a ticket for was Parliament at Madison Square Garden. It was the Motor Booty Affair tour. I was in high school. Dude, I saw Parliament in 1994 or 95. Killer. That must have been a freaking killer show. That is great. George Clinton, right? That's the one we're talking. Parliament Funkadelic, yeah. Natalie Harris, this isn't related to music, but I'm going to see Hans Zimmer, and I can't wait. You know,
oh, cool.
I saw some clips of that. That looks like it's cool. Like when the guy who went around doing the Game of Thrones music. So he's doing a lot of his like the movie stuff. That sounds like it's gonna be awesome. And it looked awesome. Let's see. Lumi says, Costa, did you get your tickets for NYCC? Yes, I did.
Oh, nice.
I got mine for Friday. Now, I'm going to be there Friday and Sunday. Sunday, I'm bringing the little one and my wife. We're going to be there and chill on Sunday. Saturday sold out before I could get to them, and I didn't want to wait because you can, on the 25th, they're going to release more tickets to the general public. So I will be there Friday. So will 1/6 Syndicate Henry. So we both decided Friday. I know Jay is going to be there on Friday too, but they're going to be there Friday and Saturday. So I'm hoping most people can hang out on Friday. That's what I'm hoping. So did you get your tickets, Lumi? And then Hans Zimmer's doing his European tour. European. I'm a peeing. We're all a peeing. European tour right now. So awesome. And Jeff to Space, when he saw Bon Jovi, Cinderella opened up for them and not Poison. Cool. Awesome. Cinderella's one of those good hair metal bands from back in the day. It's so weird how just in the process of like a month, it felt like we went from hair metal to grunge. It was like Nirvana is being played, and they're like, and poor Guns N' Roses was like the biggest at the time. 1/6 Delight. Theirs was Cypress Hill. They also opened up for the Offspring. This was in Camden. I will say the Camden venue, which is right outside the city, so it's over the bridge. That's where Hozier is going to play. That's my least favorite out of the outdoor venues we have here. I love the Mann Center, but Camden's good if you get seats. Like they have the lawn section. It's okay. But that is awesome. Cypress Hill and the Offspring, that is a good lineup. Deadpool in a red suit says, before Guns N' Roses took to the stage, 3 other support bands played. Blind Melon. Oh, fucking I love
Blind Melon.
Blind
Wow.
Melon. I've seen Blind Melon. They were the headliner in 93 when I saw them with the Meat Puppets, which was excellent. The other bands were Soul Asylum, another great band. I saw them.
Oh, Soul Asylum.
Yeah. Runaway train, never looking back.
I had such an obsession with the acoustic version of that song when they did like MTV Unplugged.
Oh, I didn't realize they had. I guess everybody did an MTV Unplugged back in the day, right? You know what they did? They did do one. I know that the other band. Oh, this is one I still haven't. The Cult. I will get to see them. They were here just like last year, and I don't even know why. National Bowl, Milton Keynes, UK, outside, very loud. Nice. That's a great show, and I'm gonna guess that hopefully Axl wasn't late. You know, Axl back in the day was like, you know, he would always show up. The show would like the other band would end at 9, and they wouldn't go on until midnight, because Axl was just was like whatever. Let's see, Blurred Dad Life, my 2 favorite Greek geeks. We love you too.
Hey.
My first concert was Tony Bennett. Oh my lord, that is amazing. I love the Standards and the Rat Pack era. Guess what? I've actually seen Tony Bennett too. So in Maryland, back in the 90s, there was a radio station called WHFS, and every year they would have a festival called the HF Festival. This year, Tony Bennett came out and sang like 5 songs. It was a surprise guest, which was amazing. But yeah.
That's so cool.
Scott Taylor, I had tickets to Michael Jackson's comeback tour at the O2 in London before he died during the rehearsals. Was gutted. Oh, I bet. Oh my God. Lumi will be there Friday and Saturday. Awesome. We're hanging out Friday, Lumi, all day. That's Friend Day. Friday is Friend Day. We will go around to the artists' booths and friend it up, because I loved doing that last year. Let's see. Happy Juneteenth. Blurred Dad Life. Happy Juneteenth. Blurred Dad Life. Yeah. I haven't streamed with Blurred Dad Life in like months on S Beam's channel. Need to see. You need to get back on some streams, Blurred Dad. Let's see. I would love to see Michael Jackson nearly booked tickets for his last tour, but passed away. Natalie was same thing with Scott there in the UK. Yeah. What was the original question? Because you have to answer it.
It was outside of collecting and DIY, hobbies, what hobbies or interests do you have?
Okay, so outside of collecting, and I guess you've kind of dabbled now into the DIY, but you're not, you don't
call myself a DIYer at all.
What other what other hobbies do you have?
Sure. So I actually have a bit of an obsession with the sport of basketball. And I have done a lot of things in that space. So in addition to watching, I've done photography and freelance journalism in that space and podcasting. So basketball is kind of a thing that's sort of constantly in my life in some capacity. So the photography stuff I really do enjoy. I feel like most Greek people, like a bit of a foodie, very interested in food. And I'm trying to expand my cooking repertoire, which is not amazing. I'm definitely not at my mum's level, but I'm trying very hard to get better at that.
Mm-hmm.
And my other thing was literally, it's funny because I felt like I had a lot of hobbies, and then like my parents being older and not being well, like family became the priority and things fell by the wayside. But actually, like the videography stuff and learning how to make videos was kind of something that's how it kind of started for me. Like I work in marketing and communications. I legitimately wanted to just go, well, how do you make a video?
Mm-hmm.
So learning the mechanics of that, and even just like trying to learn and understand like the other side of YouTube is something that I spent quite a bit of time doing last year, which was really cool when I had my sabbatical and I had a lot more free time than what I do now. But I'm also just looking for other things to do, to be honest, because I'm a bit envious of people that are like, I fix cars, and that's my go-to. Or my mum's like an amazing like crocheter, so she'll always be crocheting something.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm still hunting for that thing that can just be the thing I can go to and just pick up and do, and if I need to set it aside, that's fine. And I haven't found what I'm looking for yet, but I'll find it one day.
Well, Bob Dylan says you collect baseballs.
do. So, my poor Bob tried to help me so gallantly find a baseball when I visited him. So, the first time I went to America, so I was there for like 6 months, and it was like my first sort of big overseas adventure on my own, and I wanted to like collect something, and I didn't want to do something typical like it's a postcard, it's a magnet, it's a teaspoon. And when I got to the US and baseball's such a huge thing, and I was like, I want to collect a baseball of every city in which I visit, but not a souvenir baseball, the actual teams, which is not as easy as you think it is. Particularly like I've got some really, and the thing, like I had that idea in my mind, and it's funny because when I was working at a summer camp and we were in the Adirondack Mountains, and on our day off, we took a day trip to Vermont to go to like the Ben & Jerry's factory and all that stuff that appeals to tourists. And I remember we were at the ferry going back, and the Vermont Lake Monsters team store was right at the ferry terminal. And I took that as a sign that this is the thing you've got to collect. It's the baseball. So I went into the store. So just a white logo baseball with the logo. So I've got, and it was like the first time I was in the US, which was 2009. So easy. Like I'm finding these things like, you know, in Boston, so easy to find a Red Sox baseball. I was in Indianapolis. I found the team
You're talking about with the team's logo on the baseball?
Yeah.
Because like a baseball, the baseball that they use during the game does not have the logo of the team.
So each team typically has a merchandise thing. White baseball. I'll send you a photo. So I've got... So when I first went to the US in 2009, I had this collection of like... And it was an adventure because like I was in Las Vegas and I was like... I need a Las Vegas 51s baseball. And I was like, I had to get into this taxi, and the taxi driver was like from Singapore, but he had family in Perth, and it was this whole adventure. And it was like the serendipity of I had to ring because I couldn't find the merchandise anywhere on the strip. And it was like, today's our last home game. Team store will be closed for the rest of the year if you don't come to. So I did that. And I never knew what to do with them. And then eventually I found these awesome little like acrylic cube display bases that have like a little holder.
A bigger one than this.
Yeah. And it's really cool. So then my second trip, which was like 2018, I continued along the same thing. So like every new city I went to, so I went to like Atlanta, like Memphis, New Orleans, Nashville. So it's just become this thing that whenever I come to the US, when I go to a new city or state, I try to collect. But it was so disappointing this time, Costa, because like I was in Texas. Do you think I could find a Texas Rangers baseball anywhere? No, I went to like...
Texas is massive.
Yeah, but I went to like San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, even in both airports. I went to Love Field and Dallas-Fort Worth.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I got so upset because the only two baseballs I was able to get in person was when I was in Canada. I love this team name, the Vancouver Canadians. I went to a Vancouver Canadians baseball game, and I was able to buy the ball at the Vancouver Canadians game. And then when I visited Bob, but then I had to go to the stadium, and it was so funny because like Bob was like, no, we'll go to the mall. We'll find this ball. It'll be so easy. We went to this sports store and they had like New York Yankees baseballs, but not like the city of the team we were in. And I was like going, this is hilarious. So then I Ubered out to the stadium, and it was great because I got talking to this lovely Venezuelan man, and he recommended somewhere amazing that I went for lunch, and it was this whole adventure. But it was so sad because on my last trip, I did have to just get a bunch of them online, and I started and ended my trip in Phoenix because a good friend of mine lives there. And it was sad to me that like 3 of the 5 balls I needed to acquire, I had to get posted to my friend. Like I didn't get to, because I remember like someone was like, just get them on Amazon. And I'm like, you're missing the point. The point is to get them in person and have the story and the experience of getting the freaking ball. I could order them from Amazon in Australia, sir. Not the point. Honestly. But it was such a bummer. It was so sad. And I bought a ball for Bob because he had suffered through a whole day of going to... We'll go here. Surely they'll have one here. Poor Bob was so hopeful. And I was like, oh, Bob, we're never finding this. I just have to go to the stadium. And I did.
Bob is like hats. Nothing but hats. It was bonkers.
Yeah.
I want to say real quick, happy 21st wedding anniversary to Blur Dead Life. That's awesome. Also,
congrats.
Wants to throw his hat in the ring for the need for an Okoye. Let's get that out to Howard. Tiny Art Guy, welcome, my friend. Hi, both. Great to see you streaming together. Hope you're both doing well. We are doing well. Hope you're doing well. Check out Tiny Art Guy. Yeah. Mandy Burton. She showed us some of the stuff that she's gotten from him. He's great. Simelitiris, greetings from Greece. And he likes my shirt. 2004 Euro Cup. I bought this back then. Like once listen. I love a lot of people don't, but I love watching football. I love watching European football. We'll say European because we don't know who's these Americans. Although soccer was the original term for football, and then it just evolved and changed. But yes, 2004 Greek Euro champions, baby. I love this shirt. I've had this so long. I'm surprised it's still. I didn't wash out any of the color or anything, and these patches are great. This is the legit.
Yeah,
this is the one they used. It's like really made anyway. Let's see. Carrie Ford says, "I've often felt odd for collecting Lego when there are better fandoms out there." What? I love Lego. I love it's one of my favorite things. And I saw, Carrie, I was watching a reel, and there's a new Death Star coming out, and with my hookup to the VP of Lego Star Wars, the guy who lives behind me was like, "I can get you anything Lego for half price," and I'm like,
"Oh, what?
This is $1,000 set, and even $500 is still a lot, but it's better than 1,000. I don't know. I'm thinking, but could you imagine? This is 9,000 pieces or something. It's a massive, or 8,000 something pieces it's supposed to have. That's a big ass Lego. But hopefully, let's see. Carrie is dropping some knowledge. Aztecs used to play a form of soccer named hipball. You know what's crazy that I've been like watching History Channel and watching a lot of stuff. A lot of the same stuff that was going on in Europe was going on here. It was like, it's weird how similar things, similar things, similar sports. There's cities here. There was in this part of the hemisphere. It's crazy. All right, so what's the last question?
So I thought I'd bring it back to our heritage.
It's 10:05. I don't. What you let me know when you want to.
Okay.
All right.
It's okay.
All right. Let's go.
It's okay.
All right. Let's do this.
So, last question: what's one Greek food or drink you can't live without?
Oh, that I can't live without. Okay. Oh my God, I'm gonna sound so generic. Because I'm gonna sound.
You can pick one of each if that makes it easier. You can pick a food and a drink if that makes it easier.
Well, I will say on the drink side, a lot of people know Greeks for the ouzo. I do not like the taste of black licorice.
Oh, me too.
I cannot drink ouzo. I cannot
I
drink ouzo
Bush,
whatsoever.
aniseed, all at no. Oh, bless you. Me too, mate. Me too.
My wife, though, and my father, like my father, puts the water in it and sips it, and I'm like, how can you do that? How that is
No,
gross.
no.
But the last time I was there, and we have it here now. It's lemonada, but it's the Lu, it's lambda, omicron, epsilon, and he is I believe that's how they spell the brand. I enjoy that.
Okay.
Although there was a drink at the there's
So
a drink.
is it? Do you need to dilute it like a portocalava, or is it like it
The
just comes? You drink it
lemonada.
as is?
No, you drink
Yeah,
it
that
as is.
one.
It's got a little
Okay.
fizz. It's got enough fizz. It's not too
Okay.
carbonated. Um, you can get it here now. You can get a lot of the stuff over there
Okay.
here now. There are Greek specialty shops, but the thing, the food is like my favorite thing. It can either be in the souvlaki style or in the gyro style, but it has to be lamb. Actually, the souvlaki I like the pork. The gyro, like the sandwich with the fries and the,
Oh yeah, you gotta have chips in it. Yeah.
yeah. The chips. Yes, the chips.
Sorry, chips.
That's all right. Um,
Hot chips. Hot
that
chips.
sandwich, we have a couple of places near me that are just mind-blowingly good. One place, for some reason, I don't
Nice.
know why, it's called Mustaki, right? Mustaki.
Yeah.
For some reason, the original location, I used to drive by it all the time and be like, look, it's probably their last name, Mustaki. I'm Mr. Mustaki. So I always call it Mr. Mustaki, right? I will search for it, typing Mr. Mustaki, it doesn't come up. But it's just Mustaki. That's all it is. And they have the
Nice.
best, it's just all lamb gyro. Because like gyro, I consider it like the hot dog. It's better ingredients. But it's kind of like the hot dog of like the Middle East and Greece. Because there's different versions over there. You have shawarma, but we're all the same. We all cook it the same. Like it's
Yeah.
so, and you have your different sauce and tzatziki. You get a good tzatziki with some garlic and like it's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, a good gyro in a good pita. This place makes I think they make their own pita, which is
Oh, yum.
mwah. So yeah, that and the lemonada, the little lemonada, I like a lot.
Nice.
Although there's like, if we're gonna go desserts, I love.
Great desserts.
Yeah, we're gonna go all.
What's your
foodie.
favorite dessert? Hit me up. Let me know. I'm so keen to know. What's your
Yeah.
favorite Greek dessert?
Galeto burrito.
Oh, galactoburiko.
Yes.
No
One time,
dude.
wait. One time, this Greek
So good.
restaurant. Here in Greece, I don't know if they do them over there in Australia, but some of the Greek restaurants will light cheese on fire, and I can't I forget what the name of the cheese is.
Saganaki?
Yeah, saganaki. They like to light it on fire.
Yeah.
This place, we ordered the galeto burrico, and the guy was like, "You want me to put it on fire?" And I was like,
no way.
"You know what? Let's just do it. Let's see what happens." Boy, the caramelization that happened
I
with
bet.
the milk and oh my god, so good. Yeah.
Man, you need to. My mum, that's like what she's famous for in Perth.
Oh,
Her
okay.
galactoburiko. Like whenever we would go somewhere for like a trapezi, like a dinner, and she'd walk in with the galactoburiko, you could just see. And I remember, it was just like that was her thing. And if she rocked up with something else, and my mum, amazing cook, you could just see, not galakto buriko. Oh my goodness, she actually puts like some lemon zest in hers. So
Oh,
because
really?
sometimes with
Ooh.
so for people who don't, galakto buriko is like a nice semolina custard in a phyllo pastry with syrup, because you got to have syrup. It's a great
Syrup.
dessert.
All the syrup.
But sometimes the custard can be eggy, and you don't want that. But she puts a little bit of vanilla and lemon zest in hers, and it's so good. Oh man, if
That
you ever come
sounds
here, you have
amazing.
to
Yeah.
seriously,
I
come to
do.
Perth, and she would love to make it for you. Seriously, it's like her specialty.
I mean,
Like
Australia
at
is...
my work, we do bake sales, and she gets so
Oh.
hyped, and she's making like curabiedes, baklava, all things, and like I swear half of the money from the bake sale is like from the stuff that my mum has made for it, because it's just out of this world. Oh, I love a good galakto buriko. It's so good. It's so good. The other dessert that I discovered not that long ago, I don't know if you've had it or if you're familiar with it. It's kata ifi, but ekmek kata ifi. So like the kata ifi pastry. So the kata ifi, think of it like it's a bit of a cheesecake. So kata ifi pastry is like the side and the bottom. Then they put like a custard in it, and then a cream, and then like some cheeky chopped pistachios or almonds on the top.
What? That sounds...
It is insane.
Amazing.
It's insane. I'm just like going, this is like, I can be so full, and if that comes out, it's like loosen the pants. We're making room for the ekmet. It's the best dessert. And this is what upsets me, because I don't know what it's like in the US. I struggle to find kataifi in Australia because everyone's making that Malaka Dubai chocolate that I think is horrible. I think it tastes so terrible. And you can't find kataifi because all the Xeni want to make Dubai chocolate to do little videos going, oh, look, I snapped it in half and there's pistachio.
We are lucky enough to have places. So... obviously I live close to New York, so Astoria is just all Greek. And all
I've never been there, but I've heard of it. Because when my parents got a Greek satellite TV, all the ads were American, and every commercial was like a Greek restaurant in Astoria. Every commercial was a Greek restaurant in Astoria.
We go, so my brother lives in like the line of Brooklyn and Queens up there, and the last 3 years we started a tradition where we go up there for Easter, and we have Easter dinner at one of the restaurants, and then after we go around the corner to this pastry shop, and it's just like wall to wall just pastries. In fact, this past time my youngest went to the counter, and she's like, "Can I get tiramisu?" And the woman behind the counter goes, "Are you Italian?" And she's like, "Yes, because my wife has a quarter Italian in her or whatever, so she is a little bit of Italian." But then, then they're like, they realize, she was Greek, and then, you get that little extra service. Although, one of the yayas, we were outside, and she put her foot on the chair, and the yaya's like, "Hey, get your feet off the chair." And we're like, "Oh, you shouldn't have your feet on the chair. That yaya, told you can't do that."
Tell you.
But yeah, I think I've had kataifi a few times, and I'm gonna have to try
this ekmet. It's and even and then like Easter, like the tsureki, like, so chureki's like a bread we have at Easter time. And
yeah.
For this like internet chef that I think my mum has a little bit of a crush on.
Yeah.
He's making ekmet with the base of chureki instead of the kataifi.
Oh my gosh. Hold on, guys. I got the picture of this. Hold on.
I'm just like, is this man single? Would you like to move to Australia? Like, Let's go.
Next
It looked
time,
amazing. It was so good.
I'm
I know,
spelling
I'm
it
trying to
wrong.
describe these things, but I don't know if people know what, like, kataifi is. It's
Yeah.
like a
Oh, here we go.
shredded wheat pastry
Let me.
that is used for desserts.
So, this is what she's talking about. Let's see. Open in. I'm gonna. Why you do this to me? Let's see. Open image in new tab. We're gonna open that, and then I'm going to. You're gonna be able to see it in 1 second. Let me share my screen.
That's the stuff. That's it.
This is what we're talking
It's so
about.
good. It's so good, guys.
Kataifi. That looks amazing.
Yeah. Because it's like a kataifi at the bottom. So the kataifi pastry, think it's like
down here.
a shredded pastry. It's crunchy. It'll have like walnuts and spices mixed through it and like syrup because we're Greek. And then you've got like a custard and then a cream and then the nuts on top. It is, and it's actually quite refreshing. Like if you have it in summer, it's quite a refreshing dessert as well. But it is just, it's some fancy stuff. I love it.
Let me see if I can find
it's so good.
Borico. Let's see. There it is.
Yeah, deliciousness. I call it like a Greek custard slice.
Oh my god! Can you imagine? I had this on fire.
I'm like, that would have been like almost bruleed at the top, right? I wonder if they put some extra sugar on it to really.
Will this let me
get it going?
Make it larger? I mean,
oh, it's so
look
good.
at that, ladies and gentlemen. That's amazing. God, look at all these. Oh, yeah. Now I'm hungry.
And there's a breakfast version of this called bugatsa. Have you had bugatsa?
Yeah, no.
You must have, because in Thessaloniki, it's big. It's big in Thessaloniki, bugatsa.
So last year before they left.
Good.
Last year before they left for Greece, they went to the Euro market. We have a Euro market here. And they got bugatsa, like that it's already made in a tin and it's in the freezer, but you can put it in the oven and then and whatever. But yeah, bugatsa is great. Yeah, a lot of great.
So good. It's like bugatsa's like this, but without the syrup, and they dust like cinnamon and powdered sugar or icing sugar, as we would say in Australia, on the top. And it's amazing to have warm for breakfast. Like bugatsa is just so good. So good.
This is bugatsa.
Breakfast dessert. Like you guys would love that in America. Breakfast dessert.
Yeah, right? That's
could be all
bugatsa.
The rage. I love a good bugatsa as well. So good.
Yeah, I should have been I should have been showing all this stuff while we were doing this, right? Well, that's something to learn for the next two Greek whenever we decide to do that. Although I think you're probably gonna stream on Friday, July 4th, and I am off, so I might join you if that's okay.
Oh, please! Like if you are ever available when I'm streaming, like let me know. Yeah. I'd love to have you on.
So
I'd absolutely love to have you on.
Oh my god, you made me hungry. Now I want to eat. Let's see what people have been talking about stuff. Yes, Carrie, history does repeat itself, and we are witnessing that right now, and it makes me sad. Windman42, Uzo, I love it. That got started in the military. I do like black licorice. Yeah. And yes, Carrie, absinthe taste of black licorice. Yes, it's very similar to absinthe. The taste of ouzo, and I don't like it. Luminara wants to go to Greece one day. We want you to go to Greece one day and take lots and lots of pictures. So hopefully, it's beautiful. Place. You will, like, everywhere you go, and if you stay in certain, like where my parents are from, and you want a relaxing vacation, or if you want a relaxing vacation and want to see Byzantine monasteries and old like there's a city that's a couple of walled cities that they made back in the day to make sure that invaders wouldn't come and take the mastija. That's cool. And this one place has a lot of maize. It's called Mesta, and I love it. Let's see. I fell in love with shawarma when I was stationed in Saudi Arabia. Yeah,
Oh,
shawarma and all of those carved meats on the spit thing. It's
yeah.
like Greek. Like Greek, I would consider more on the Middle Eastern side of like the food spectrum and some of the customs too. We're less Europe, I think, in that way. Unless you get to northern Greece, like it's always like southern and northern of all those countries. Like Italy's different from south to north, and so is Spain. But yeah, shawarma, it's delicious too. Love the carved meats. Scott was just got back from 11 nights in Crete. You lucky son of a bitch. I think
Oh,
you told me about this.
lovely.
I always love Greek food. So good. Yes, you'll have to.
Yeah.
Uh, haven't been to Crete, but gonna have to go. Have you been to Crete?
I haven't. No, I've heard it's lovely. I haven't been to Cyprus either, and I would love to go there
Yeah.
as well. My uncle through marriage is like Cypriot, so I would love to go there one day and check it out.
Yeah, same. Crete. My wife has a college friend that he came here for college and then went back to Greece, and they're very close. And we didn't get a chance to see him the last time, so the next year when we go, we're gonna make a trip to Crete, which I would love to go there,
Yeah,
see
cool.
see Knossos and all that fun stuff over there. Blurred Dad Life was all in for the dessert. I hope
Oh,
you enjoyed the
mate, Greek
pictures.
desserts. Greek desserts are. I often joke that the best part of being Greek is the food. Like the food is insane, and it's really funny because like as an adult, I didn't realize how many foods we ate that were actually vegan, but you never missed the meat because they were so flavorsome from all the
Mm-hmm.
herbs and the
Yep.
spices. And because my mum, she likes to do the Orthodox fasting before Christmas and Easter, which is essentially like a vegan diet. So no
Yeah.
eggs,
Oh,
no
it is.
dairy, no meat.
It's.
And I look at the food she's making and I'm like, but that's stuff we always ate. And it just never occurred to me that some of these like amazing meals that
That's.
I happily eat every day of the week were like actually like yummy star, like stuffed vegetables that have like rice, like vine leaves,
Mm-hmm.
like the
Stuffed
dolmadakia,
cabbage, dolmadas. Yeah.
the fasolakia, like you mentioned, the casserole with the bean and potatoes. Like I just didn't even realize how many things were actually vegan. It
So
tripped me out.
that's interesting that you bring that up because you've heard of the Mediterranean diet, right? So the
Yeah,
original
yeah,
studies were like, oh, this is the best diet. They followed around people. And then another researcher went back and noticed that a lot of the study was kind of done around Lent. So
yeah,
they yeah, there is hardly no meat except on a Friday,
yeah.
maybe on a Friday. Is it on Friday, meat on Friday, or no meat Sunday?
Some days you can have fish or
Yeah.
seafood,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
not typically
Not
meat
to,
during
yeah.
Lent.
And even then sometimes you can't have fish.
Yeah,
It's just so crazy, and they realize that all of this fasting, because there's a lot of fasting too that
yeah,
happens with all
yeah.
this
A
stuff,
lot.
and a lot of the fasting, a lot of the food choices is because of how Greeks and the religion is over there. Let's see,
Yeah,
Scott Taylor, Uzo is never good. Exactly, never.
yeah.
And one of his
Agree.
cousins, Cyprus is one of his favorite islands, and one of his cousins' mum is Cypriot. So awesome. That's an interesting island, especially with having the two, one side being Greek and
Yeah,
now it's a small part of it's Turkish. So that's a very, very interesting dichotomy over there. Scott also says, went to her wedding there, was like a scene from my Big Fat Greek wedding. Whole
oh
village
goodness.
following her through the village to the church at the top of the hill. That's gotta be a crazy scene. I've been to a wedding in Thessaloniki, but it wasn't quite like that. It was like one of my cousins. You know, you have a bajillion cousins over there.
Yeah.
So, and Blurred Dad Life. Now I want gyros. Thanks, you two. You know what? I want gyro too. I'm gonna probably go and get one after this because I'm gonna take the little one to. We have a place here called the Franklin Institute, and Ben Franklin, who was one of the founding fathers of the U.S., is really big here in Philadelphia, and that's one of the places that he started. Franklin Institute, a lot of science, a lot of stuff. Let's see, Bob Dylan, fresh fish, omega-3, and lots of olive oil. Great way to live. Yeah, Bob. Yeah. That's, you know what? I will say that in where my parents are in Chios, the fish, like, it's just out of this world. You get it whole. Yeah. They can bake it. You can fry it. My kids, I was surprised. The little like sardine type fish that you
sardeles,
you put them in a little flour and dip them and then fry them up. And I'm shocked that they like those, like little kids and sardines.
Do you know what I love with this was like one of my dad's favorite meals, and I've appreciated it more the older I've gotten. Like a fried piece of fish, scordaglia, so like a garlic mashed potato, and a few vlita.
That sounds delicious.
That's a great meal. That's a great meal. And I remember my dad would literally, like, Mum would have to bring the fry pan to the table because he'd want to pour extra of the oil on top of the fish. But like, particularly in winter, like if you're feeling under the weather, man, the garlic and scordaglia will kill whatever bug is like happening in your system. Like that will make you better. Like,
oh my God,
day you're fine. Next day you're fine.
So for people who don't know what scordaglia is, it's cold potatoes with a crazy amount of garlic, and the garlic is not cooked. The garlic, it's so like, good. And I'll bring it up. It's amazing. My wife fell in love with that, and there are only so many places here around us that even sell it. So the place we go to in Astoria has scordaglia, but we found a new Greek place here has it, and it's not like, because I think it would be too. I want to say spicy. Like the garlic is garlic.
Yeah.
It's not like.
But that's like here, like the tzatziki they sell in the shops here. I call it cucumber dip. It does not have anywhere near enough garlic. Not enough. Like you hardly taste it. Whereas like a proper tzatziki, again, you gotta have, like, the garlic is just not there. And that's why, like, when I go somewhere and it's like a homemade tzatziki, I'm like, bring it on chips, on bread, on pita, on lamb. But the stuff they sell at the shops here, it just does not have enough garlic. Like, to me, it just tastes like a cucumber and yogurt dip. It's such a letdown. There it is. Deliciousness. Yeah.
I definitely think that they it's like Indian food too. Like certain Mexican food, like they like to dull down the spice, for the general population of the U.S. and Australia. It seems like, but a good scordaglia is like it's like there is a sauce that you normally make with tostones. You know what tostones are? It's from the banana, the banana like family, but it's not. It's savory, and you cut it and then you smash and fry them on both sides. So it's kind of like a potato. It's like a tuber potato-y taste.
Okay.
But there is a garlic sauce that you make with it, and it's a Puerto Rican dish, and it is super garlic, and I love it. And my wife will make it, and that's what it reminds me of the scordaglia without the potato.
Yeah,
It's just
nice.
you would take like 10 garlic bulbs, not cloves,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you chop them up really fine, and then you take your potatoes and you mash them, and then you put it all together, and there's like lemon in there, and there's
yeah. So
uh
good.
it's amazing,
Yeah, if you're
delicious.
single, no one's kissing you after you've had your scordalia, but that's okay because you're full and happy with deliciousness. It's fine.
Woodman was like Ben Franklin, Kite Man. Yes, that Ben Franklin with the kites and electricity. Jeff to space. Yitos for breakfast. Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Welcome, Cat in the house. Welcome, Cat. Hello. And Cat was like, Skordalja? And I'm like, yeah. Do you know
Yeah.
Skordalja, Cat? I mean, you're near. I want to say you're like Baltimore, Maryland is pretty much run by Greeks.
Oh, is it?
So yeah, there's a good Greek area in Baltimore, but
There you go.
Cat's in that area, in that part of the world. Um, so yeah, so maybe he knows scored that. Yeah, but yeah, delicious.
I think I've been to the airport in Baltimore, and that's my one experience with
BWI,
the
yeah,
place. Well, because
that's
I
like
was in
30
Washington.
minutes
My
away.
first, yeah, my first trip there, I was in Washington D.C. and I needed to fly to like Indianapolis.
Yeah.
And in Australia, like big country, but not that many states. And it tripped me out because it was like, I've got to go to another state to fly out. But then that other state was like, I don't know, like not that far in a
Well,
taxi. But it was just like in my Australian mind, it was like, what do you mean there's no airport in this state? It's like, no, you've got to go to whatever it was in, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. And it was fine. But it just, my brain couldn't compute that I had to go to another state to
so
fly
Cat
out.
is in the DC area, which
Oh, okay.
yeah, and then it looks yummy. Cat, if you love garlic and potatoes
Yeah.
and don't mind it being cold and chilled,
Oh,
chef's
Mum
kiss.
tends to serve it hot. We tend to have it in
Really?
winter. Yeah, we tend to have
Okay.
it hot,
Well, at
which
Easter,
I
at the
like.
place we go in Easter, it's normally cold and it's fine.
Oh,
It tastes,
interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
it tastes
Oh, if it was
great.
leftovers, we'd have it cold. But like, because that's the kind of dish my mum would make in winter, like nice fried fish, skordalia, the vlita, which are like some greens. Um, that was like an amazing, like we'd have that for dinner, like on a cold winter's night. And as I say, if you're feeling a little of a chest thing or a bit of a throat thing, that scordalia will just burn it all out because of all the garlic in there. So
I'm
that's so
looking at this
good.
thing and it says, "How is it different from mashed potatoes?" At first glance,
Oh,
this looks just like comforting side of mashed potatoes. It's not it's not comforting like mashed potatoes, but think of it more as mashed potatoes' punchier Greek cousin. Um, Scordalia
louder
uses
Greek
quite a
cousin.
bit of garlic. Citrus adds a certain punch you won't find in mashed potatoes as we know them.
Yeah.
An extra virgin olive oil in generous amounts is used, basically whipped everything together until smooth and fluffy. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is definitely. There's no cream like mashed potatoes. You put some cream and butter in
Yeah.
there, and you make
No,
them all. Yeah,
oil.
no. These are. Uh,
Oh, so
next time,
good.
next time we do this, we should make a dish, and
Oh,
bring one on.
show and
Just
tell.
just pick a dish and be like, all right, this is what we're having. Like for me, since it'll be at so early in the morning, I will make a pastry. I've made
Oh, impressive.
what I made Vasilopita before, like a couple of
Oh,
years ago
did you?
and I put the coin in and everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got the coin this year.
Oh,
Hey.
awesome.
Yeah. I was so impressed.
That's a big deal getting that
That
coin.
said, it's been a pretty cruddy year. Like, so I'm like going, thanks for nothing, lucky coin.
You're like, I
It's
don't
been
want this.
terrible.
I don't want
I
this
feel like
damn
I've been
coin.
cursed by this coin. But anyway, it's hilarious. But do you know what again, this is one of the things my dad loved, and it's such a great breakfast food, but it's a sometimes food, as I believe Cookie Monster now has to tell people. You know, like pitules, like the fried bread dough. Have you ever had them?
Are those similar to like lucumades? Because no, you said fried bread dough. It's a different, it's a pastry dough.
Like pites, so they're like long and flat, and you fry them in oil, and you can either have them plain, or like my parents would have them with cheese. I would like put honey on mine, but then with a coffee is like incredible, so good. Oh. So good. Tiganopites, I think, is the formal name.
What was that? What's it called?
Tiganopites.
Oh, like tiganita. Yeah, like fry. That's fine. So we're gonna move on to our next topic: why we hate. No, I'm kidding. Blind loyalty. What's up with that? No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Tell us about the Great Emu Wars. Were there Great Emu Wars or is that New Zealand? I'm gonna have to look that up. Hold on.
Was there?
The Great Emu Wars, Australia. Chris, was a peculiar and ultimately unsuccessful attempt by the Australian military to control a population of emus. That was in 1932. That's got to be somebody's got to make a movie on that.
I feel like they have, but also like a few years before I was born, so hence not that familiar with.
There's a lot of YouTube videos if you guys want to go check out on the Great Emu Wars. That's got to be hilarious, and good on the emus for winning.
I love the way you guys say emu, because it's emu.
What is it? Oh, emu. Should I say emu?
Emu.
Emu.
It's like not my favorite word. My favorite word for Americans to say is, this is going to sound ridiculous. You guys say Hyundai, the car brand. You guys say Hyundai.
Not Hyundai.
It's Hyundai. But you guys are like Hyundai. And I'm like, but also, oh my God, the other one. Sorry, I'm on a roll now. Everyone's going to hate me. Nutella. They're not newts. They're nuts. So why don't you call it Nutella? Why are you calling it Nutella?
I will explain why.
I've never understood why you call it Nutella.
I will explain why. You can blame the companies that own them, because they approved all of the commercials that have the way the name is said in the commercial.
Really?
So our commercials are Hyundai and Nutella. Yeah.
It cracks me up when I hear, I always think of that Family Guy episode where Peter, like, gets a professional football contract, and he's like, come down and buy a new Hyundai, and I just laugh at the way they're pronounced.
No, it's like
it cracks me up.
If the car company wanted to not have it said that way, they should have.
Oh no, fair play. But I just, whenever I hear it, like you hear it in a movie, or like they show a lot of like American cooking shows in Australia. So when I hear like Nutella, I'm like, Nutella? What? I don't understand.
I did just get a Renz Tolentino email about a quarter scale Batman Begins head sculpt with 2 mouth plates from Jackson Zoo. So if you have a quarter scale,
cost you a lot of money.
You think? You don't think this is that kit? Like kit?
Well, is it painted or depends, because his Nurse Joker sculpt he's making, which is a very limited run, painted rooted hair, $800 US.
That makes sense though. It's limited run.
It depends. If it's through kit, it'll be cheaper, but he's doing a whole lot of head sculpts, like very limited run, like directly for sale through him. Like I think he was showing a Rooted Wanda the other day, and he has shown a few other projects. Like he was even showing like a all leather outfit for Endgame Wanda. But I know that Nurse Joker sculpt, it was like $260 US unpainted, and then the painted rooted was like $800 US, which is just, it's a lot of money. It's a lot.
It is, and it's more that that closely aligns with like a regular custom. Let's see. Windman sent me a weird science video that is appropriate. I can't even hear it. Oh man.
Oh, I remember that movie.
Oh wait, there it is.
Yeah.
Let me see what this clip is before I bring it up. Oh. All right, can you hear that or no?
I can only hear you.
Hold on. This is great. All right. I'm going to... I forgot about this scene in the movie Weird Science. I do not know if everybody else is going to be able to hear it. Hold on. Let's see. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to hear this. If not, I will figure it out in 1 second, but let me put Helen in here. And there we go. No, because there's no output.
I can hear it.
But they might not be able to hear it. But anyway.
Oh.
Wait. Hold on, maybe I can download it. No, it's on YouTube.
Maybe.
It's on YouTube, so YouTube doesn't allow you to download videos.
Lumi's saying she still hasn't tried Tim Tams. That's a shame. What? We had some at the start of the stream.
We did.
Costa, you should take some to NYCC and make everyone Tim Tam Slam with you.
We're gonna Tim Tam Slam in NYCC at the Comic-Con. Rockman Chris, I like when they say no, but instead they go naughty.
Oh, the no has an obsession with making fun of Australian accents. Bless his heart.
Wait, is that what you guys said? What do you? Oh, no. Oh, all right. I get what you said.
People like to say that we draw out words.
Okay, because like I know Greeks in Middle Eastern area. They're like no. We like to say no. Two chips, two Pepsi. That's from Saturday Night Live. So no chim. That was my fave film when I was younger. Still classic. That's a great scene too. Now let's go on why we don't like jazzing. No, I'm kidding. I love jazzing. That was a joke, guys. We had other topics, but we're at the... wow, we went way longer than we thought we would. But don't worry.
We thought we'd have nothing to talk about.
Yeah. Never fret. We will be doing this again at some point when we both have availability, and it's not on a Friday or a Saturday. Well, maybe I could do 2 shows in a day. One could be this show, and the other one could be talking about building shit, the show-off show. But anyway, we'll figure it out. I guess we'll stop there. We had other stuff to talk about, like we were gonna go deep and like talk about blind loyalty to brands, but we'll save that for another time. We'll kick up the dust on blind loyalty to brands. Next time we do 2 Greek Geeks. So, with the first show out of the way, was that fun? Did we have a good time?
Oh, I had a great time. I hope other people in the chat did. I think our conversation sort of went in all kind of weird and wonderful places, but hopefully people had a fun time, maybe learned a little bit about us and about Greek culture, and yeah, hopefully it was just entertaining for people. Let us know what you think and if you would like us to do it again.
Yeah, this it's crazy because I think we went more into the Greek than I thought we would. We really I guess when you get two Greeks, because I think on your streams we've gone into our families, because listen, very similar.
Yeah.
So Cat in the House says yes, repeat the show. Yes, it's Thursday here, but we don't know what day of the week it will be next time. It just depends on whether if I'm off or if we rotate it, and Helen is off, and maybe we'll do it 8 o'clock at night my time, and 8 in the morning her time, if that works. We'll figure it out. This was a lot of fun. We thought we were going to get deeper into pop culture. We kind of did. Either way, the questions were great. We did do pop culture and stuff. We got to know like everybody too a little bit better. Luminar says yes, it was great. Thank you, Lumi.
Oh,
I can't wait to see Lumi in October, and I will bring Tim Tams. I just got to remember. You got to remind me. Remind me to bring the Tim Tams. What do you have going on? Because I know you probably will stream tomorrow to
oh God.
Like not even know what you're going to talk about, because there's been nothing this week. Nothing.
I don't even know.
Third party. There
there
was
the
patch.
What I'm going to talk about.
The Wolverine, which we could have gotten into because it was released. Good morning, Gurgamus. Good morning. Just want to say hi to Gurgamus.
Yeah, look, probably streaming tomorrow, talking about God knows what. I could just be eating more Tim Tams, so come along and watch a girl eat some Tim Tams on the internet. But I'm also just working on a review of the Topo suit for Kane from John Wick 4, which is, it's really cool. I've really been enjoying putting that together. I've kind of mixed some of the Topo parts with some Hot Toys parts, and I'm really happy with what I've come up with. And I'm also thinking of doing, not live, because that would be crazy, maybe like a video unboxing of the Armory, given Bob Dylan enabled me into buying it, and I want to capture my first reaction. So I may also do I call it live to tape unboxing of the Dark Knight Rises Armory, but the Kane review hopefully this weekend, and then streaming about who knows what tomorrow. Hopefully Howie announces something and I can talk about that for 2 hours.
Well, I will be working tomorrow, so I'll be checking that out, because that's what happens. I have, I work in this room and have all these monitors and separate computers, so I will probably be watching that tomorrow. So you guys should be watching that tomorrow, and most of you do. And I want to say hi to RK Maroon. I love that screen name. My channel is a mess right now. I feel like I have not been around, especially in the Discord. That it will change after vacation, which is next week. I will be off. And then when we come back, we're going hard. We're going to build dioramas. We're going to build cases. We're going to clean up this room. So I say it every week. We can clean up this room so I can unbox all this stuff. We're going to take care of my, what I'm calling the junk drawer display case that's hanging up that has all the junk just sitting in it. We'll figure that out too. So yeah, when we get back, there will be a lot of things that I've been, trying to work on. More of like slicing up these live streams. Tutorials are coming, I promise. At the moment I'm a bit overwhelmed with like work and life, and it's sad because this is my safe place. This is like my decompress, take care of myself mentally, building stuff, talking about this stuff. So when I get back next week, we will be doing all kinds of cool stuff. If you haven't joined the Discord, we do a lot of cool stuff in there. If you're getting into 3D printing, the link is in the description below. We do 3D printing, display case builds, toys, Lego, whatever you collect. We don't care, because you're going to display them in something. You collect Lego? I bet you there's a bunch of people who also collect Lego in there, not just 1/6 scale. We're a whole thing. We're with statues, whatever. I know I talk mostly about my dolls, but I love me dollies. And yeah, I love them so much. I need to fix its hair. My John Wick hair. So yeah, and points of articulation, I think by the end of next month, we'll bring that back. I'm thinking of that being more pop culture-y. We'll talk about the news of the week. If there's any news in the world of movies, toys, what have you, in the world of pop anime. I love my anime. So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of that stuff happening when I get back. Thank you everyone for being here. You spent all this time with us, two Greek geeks, and it's been a joy hanging out with all of you guys. And yeah, I love you, and peace out.